when last we left our party, you had travelled north from Temple Ristal, having been awarded the Castle Turok by the Grateful Crown, and you have been offered the castle as a potential reward for all of the hard work that you've done. There's been much consternation as to actually how much that's going to cost you, and could you actually even afford to run a castle and provide all the staff and the guards and the soldiers that you think you'll need. In the meantime, Lyndon Rain, has hired the party to go to Lichelle. There, he said, he believes that the government the Arcanists are building an airship of some kind. If you can find plans, he'd be very grateful. If you can destroy the plans, that would be reasonable. If you can just find any information, that would be great. But this has to be a deep, deep undercover mission. No kicking down doors and rushing around with swords drawn in this one. And he expressed great concern that certainly the Grush, as a half-orc, would not be able to maintain that kind of deception. But he offered you 1,500 gold if you could return with plans.
And I can't wait to... And that's 1,500 plus an airship.
Yeah. So, you travel north. You about 3 hours out from the from Lichelle, where you bumped into some merchants that was by the side of the road, and they were selling furs and thick wool cloaks and everything for people that are heading into Lichelle. And they were selling them at vastly inflated prices, which seemed completely unreasonable for the first week in June. As you crested the hill, and on your ride down towards the city of Lichelle, you look down across the glittering city and its roofs and its walls, which are all bathed in white, and there's a thick cloud bank above the city. It's snowing in Lichelle.
It's what?
Snowing.
Ooh.
Wait, didn't you say it's like midsummer?
Yeah, it's the first week of June.
So it should not be snowing. This is weird. Obviously, we all know this because we live there. But... So, as we're walking in, can we spot anything, like see anything going on? Like, if there's any machine, like, to do with the airship, is there anything noticeable that wasn't there when we were there before?
You mean apart from the snow and the
Yeah.
cloud bank? No. Nothing you can see airship shaped at all whatsoever.
Just a cloud bank and snow.
So, yep, just just thick clouds over the city, and some snow.
Is it thicker
No, it's
anywhere?
It's not desperately. It really is almost centered over the city, covering the whole city, and some of the area around the outside of the city, as the wind has been driven by. The snow has been driven by the wind in places. The snow is probably 2 or 3 inches deep, at best.
Oh, this is strange. Well,
As you ride closer, you can see it's about 2 or 3 inches deep. It extends probably for about half a mile all around the city, roughly.
and I think as we get closer, there's just normal guards at the gate.
Yes, normal guards at the gate, though they do seem to be wrapped up against the cold. They do have like a brazier next to them with burning wood to keep them warm.
Okay, so everything seems normal. I take it for now we just head into the city.
Okay, as you're heading into the city, you are stopped. You are accosted by 4 figures in tattered brown robes who rush at you. Brother, have you heard the word of the dragon?
No.
Come down off your horse, little man. Come, pray with us for the dragon's return.
Huh?
For the dragons are returning. You, sir, you, and he points to Elra here, and you might as well get down as well. The dragon will take all worshippers. Come, come, join us, brothers, join us. Pray for the dragon's return.
I keep going.
I keep going as well. I just go, I'm not getting off my horse, bye.
Sinners, you'll regret it, you know.
I'll regret a lot of things in my life.
As you disappear into the through the gateway, the soldiers chuckling. Yeah, that told him.
But I go to the guys that's like, well, I think we should go back to that dwarven club thing we were at, and see if we can gather any information on this airship from there. Is my personal opinion.
Well, you really shouldn't say that word out loud, first of all.
No, you shouldn't.
Eh, too late now. But yeah, that. I would obviously. Yanden's not stupid. He would have made sure no one, actual person, was around.
There are several people around, and as is common with falling snow, it is kind of a bit quieter. Though there are wagons coming into the city, it's still just that little bit quieter than usual. Almost muted, as if people talk quieter. It is cold, quite chilly indeed. Though Bellator, amongst you, alone amongst you, seems to straighten and take a deep sniff of the air. And this is nice. Because Bellator comes from the cold south, and for him, he's been walking around a slightly sweaty uncomfortableness for weeks, and finally is getting at least a taste of his homeland.
It's good for him.
Question. Is
Yes.
the wanted board... Well, the wanted board is... It's usually around the gate.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Is
it
the
is.
dragon
Yes,
still
it is.
wanted?
How about that? How about that, eh?
Oh. But I can't see the
Times the
poster.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5.
I can't
Sorry?
see the actual. Even if I press him.
Can you
No,
not? Can
it
you
says
not?
1, 2, 3,
No.
4, 5.
Huh?
Huh? How about that?
Well, fuckety. That should have shown to... I'll have to show them to you, and you can close them and open them as you wish. It'll put them in your journals. Fuck. Yes, thinking about it, of course it will show it to me. I made them. Bollocks.
Well, number 5 is easy, so we can keep track of that. Sure. Number 4?
No.
No. 3.
Well, the first thing Grusk does is get off his horse,
God, no.
Yes.
pick up some snow. Cause bear in mind, I think this is the first time he's ever.
Don't eat Yellowstone.
No. This is his first time he's ever actually experienced snow.
Yeah, that's why I tell them, don't eat yellow snow.
Alright. Fair enough. Okay. He picks up the and he makes a snowball
Okay.
and he throws it at Yandon.
Okay, give me a to hit roll.
With Dex.
Well, which will be your dex without any proficiency. So basically be a dex, just a straight dex roll. D20 plus your dex modifier.
So just dexterity roll.
Yeah, you can just click on dexterity, that'll do the same thing. Yandon is an unsuspecting target, so yeah, that'll hit Yandon. Not particularly well, it'll hit him on the leg.
Oh.
It'll splatter on his leg and his horse. His horse does not look impressed with you.
And I laugh.
Okay, I turned to Grush. I was accidentally muted. Flip him off, and then grab as big as pile as I can with my mage hand, and just clump it on his head.
Okay.
I'll attempt to dodge that.
Give me a d20 roll with your spell attack.
Okay.
Let's see what you can see how well you do this.
Oh god, I remember. I accidentally closed my sheet, so I was like, oh. So, oh, okay, my spell dice gone.
Yes, everybody's will have, I believe, because your proficiency went up. So d20 plus 8, 16, yep. So a veritable large bucket of snow gets dumped on your head from a glowing hand. Even though you try and back away from the glowing hand, realizing what's going to happen, it manages to keep up and dump the snow on you.
Cross gloves.
And you are covered in a powdering of snow.
Yes.
I love so. Once we're in, I'll say, shall we head to the pub then? By the end. That'd be the one with all the dwarfs. So that's the other one.
You're going to the dwarf pub. Can you remember what it was called?
Oh,
Yes.
that's all.
Ooh.
No, I can't. Give me a second. Maybe I can. Ernest of Flint. No,
The golden pickaxe.
the golden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Golden crane.
Golden pickaxe.
The old pickaxe.
Uh-huh.
Got it in my notes.
Yes.
Then what the hell is
well, there
golden
you go.
crane?
Yes, what is the golden crane?
That's another pub, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is.
That's the other pub we
pub.
normally go to.
The pub you normally go to when you're in here in Lichelle, being in as this is only your third time here.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time in pubs, what can we say?
Okay, so you go to the bar, wander over to the pub, and there are no dwarfs. When you were last here, there's some dwarfs seated outside enjoying the ale and the pipe of smoke. Now the door is firmly shut and the windows are shuttered. But there is smoke coming out of the chimney, and you can hear sound of voices from within.
Okay,
As you're
I walk in.
sorry, go on. Okay, as you walk in, there's you can see there are several around about a dozen dwarfs seated around, drinking around, and all of a sudden everything just goes quiet as you walk in.
I walk in and go, hey, long time no see.
Who are you?
I was here, how long ago would it have been? A few weeks ago, not too long ago.
More.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I've not seen you before.
That's fine, you don't need to know who we are, we've just come in for a drink. Like, we're just here to sit and relax and just chill.
Oh, well, if you're just buying drinks, that's okay.
So I get a drink and find a table for us all to sit at.
Okay, yeah, you can easily do that. There's a table in the corner that you can... Now, for Bellator and Elrahir, the ceilings are a little bit low. I believe Elrahir's fairly tall. But the ceilings are... no, are you not? I thought you were quite tall.
180.
Hang on, I've got to think and put that into English. Yeah, not desperately tall, and yeah, okay. You're still tall enough that if you stood dead straight upwards, you would bang your head. That the roof is about 5'6",
Well,
which
that's
is
tall for
about
me,
one
'cause I'm 6'3".
7. It's you that's the tall one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ceiling's probably about 170, 175 tall. So if you stood up dead straight, you would both hit your heads, as would everybody except Yandon, really.
Hey,
But you can find yourselves a small table in the corner, and each with your own mug of ale or whatever it is you wish to drink.
ale, definitely ale.
Yep. Okay. The dwarves do a good ale, as you recall. The dwarven ale that you had here, Bugman's, was a particularly fine ale, quite a tasty, fruity ale, and quite potent.
Just how I like it. Just having the one though, not making that mistake again. But yeah, so I sit down and turn to him and go quite quietly, saying, "So where do you think we should look first, son? In this situation, because obviously we want to just find it first. I'd say it's probably upper districts, if there's upper districts here.
The what districts?
If there's like posher area, basically, or like
Yes,
a building area.
Yeah, yeah. There is a posh area, which is where the Golden Crane is situated, which is where you were visited before.
Maybe there around about where there's a lot of a soldier presence, I would probably say is the best two guesses.
Just find a tall place and
Mm-hmm.
be the easiest.
What time would you say it is at the moment?
Well, it was early afternoon when you crested the hills, so you're probably about 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yep. So shall we go do some reconnaissance then? Have a look around? Go to the higher up areas, the bigger buildings. Go around, see if we can find anything that might be able to house an airship. The thing we're looking for. And then head off from there and make a plan. Because obviously we have two people that probably aren't going to be as easily hideable as me and Elra here.
Okay. Now, there are fewer people in the streets, obviously because of the snow. People aren't sort of just casually socialising outside. The temperature is quite cold. Not freezing by a long way, but it is uncomfortably cold just to be standing around in. That combined with the snow makes it just not pleasant to stand around. So people tend to go out, do their business, and go home. So there are fewer people around casually. You can make your way. Give me a history roll.
Who are we talking to? All of us?
Well, you, because you're the one making the plan.
10. Woo, I'm starting with
Okay.
good rolls today.
Yeah, break out the good rolls. Okay, yep. You can remember which way it is to the Golden Crane. You head up in that direction into the richer area.
I'll head straight for the tallest place I could find.
The tallest place you can find, okay, that would be there's like a very large cathedral-looking building, not a cathedral, yeah, like a cathedral-looking building, and then there's the King's Palace, which is also quite large, separate area of the city, and you can head to either of those if you wish. Do you want to get? Are you going to try and drag the party with you, or are you
No.
going to go on your own?
I'll go along.
Okay.
I'll
Okay,
go
Grushk.
for the cathedral.
Okay, Grushk. Which party? Which half are you going? Are you going with Elra here, or are you going with Yandon?
Grush is apparently no longer with us.
No, I think Grushk.
Oh,
Grushk
sorry, I
was
muted myself.
No, that's fine.
Grusk honestly does not know. I guess I'll go with Yandon.
Okay. Grushk goes with the so Yandon and Grushk are up in the higher quality area, having a look round. We'll do them first since they had their plan ready first. What is it you're looking for?
I'm just looking for anything that would lead us to, like, hints of where the airship could be being constructed. And everything.
So you've gone to the rich part of town
it's
to
like
look
more
for.
just to see if there's any, like, because I'm guessing you're gonna have some people. It's more just investigating, looking for clues, and checking on the guards. I want to see if there's a lot of soldiers about, because I feel like that'd be being guarded more with the soldiers.
No more than you recall seeing before. There are quite a few soldiers, but this being the richer area, there tend to be a few more soldiers wandering around.
Okay.
And they tend to be better presented
Okay.
as they're wandering around.
And after that, I'd probably head towards where I would imagine, because prison way, where there's going to be like barracks or something like that.
You know where the prison is, you could head there.
I'd head that direction and look for some sort of like barrack type soldiery place.
Okay, Bellator at that point is just going to hang back in the main market area, and because he's not too bothered by the cold, but he is going to be really bothered by going near the jail and the barracks.
I need to say something.
Yes.
I got to go for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'm moving.
Yeah, no worries.
Buildings.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Alright.
So, Elrea, you go and find a large cathedral-looking building. As you get closer, you can see it's not actually a cathedral. It doesn't seem to have any religious paraphernalia, sort of gargoyles on the side or anything like that. It does seem to have a lot of alchemical symbols, magical symbols, even sort of engineering symbols on the outside. And as you approach it, there are two very large doors. Outside there are a couple of very cold-looking footmen dressed in bright green coats. And they reach down to their knees, and they've got woolly hats on for warmth, and big thick gloves on. And the two of them are standing there, and one's just rubbing his hands and stamping his feet, trying to keep some warmth in himself. Are you going to approach them directly?
Sure, the dwarves.
No, they're not dwarves. They're humans.
Oh, I thought you said dwarves. Never mind.
No, there are two doors.
Doors. Oh,
Doors. Yeah, sorry.
it's not your fault.
I am so sorry.
I can't understand that.
Okay. No. So you approach the two men. Morning, sir. 'Tis a bit of a chilled one. What can we help you with?
First of all, what is this place? I thought it was like something else.
Oh, this is the Arcanists and Artificers Hall, sir. His
The what
great
now?
workings, the Arcanists and the Artificers Hall, where great works are worked and great deeds are planned and new things are made and inventions created, spells created.
Actually, what I was looking for, is there a way to get up to the tower?
Are you asking the doorman?
I kind of just want to take in the view.
Well, there would be, sir, but it would have to be invitation, sir. It's trade secrets and other secrets kept within the building, sir. It's not something we just let anybody walk into, sir. I mean, you'd have to have an appointment if you are you an artificer, sir? Are you a worker and a maker of the arcane?
I make bows and like woodcrafting stuff, so no.
Oh, you're just a tradesman, sir. Well, I'm sorry, sir. They'll probably find one of the guilds down the other way. They'll probably be able to help you much better than anybody here.
No, I was just looking for a place to like view the city in the snow. That was all.
Well, you could try the South Tower, sir. They do allow people. I know the guards up there. You can talk to the guards there, sir. One of the South Towers they'll let you up onto the south towers. You can look across the harbour and up into the up across the city. It's quite a good view, sir. So I'm told, quite a good view.
Where's that?
The south tower, sir, on the outside, the curtain wall, the outside wall. There's a tower, one of the towers in the south. If you can go there, the guards, I'm sure, for a couple of gold, sir, they'll let you go up and have a jolly good look. I know they let some of our artists go up there and sketch and draw. I'm sure they'd let you go up there, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bugger off.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to the south tower, or are you going to find the rest of the party, or?
Well, since I now know what place we need to infiltrate, basically, no, I'll still go to the South Tower.
Okay.
And on the way, I'll still keep an eye out for that Triple M place.
Oh, you mean Morrissey's magical merchandise?
Lamp place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morrissey's. You can see Morrissey's magical merchandise. You could even ask people in the street. Would be able to tell you where that is. It's quite popular.
I know where it is.
Yeah, Yandon knows where it is.
Been there, like,
Yandon's been there several times.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've been there a lot. I never brought anything, I don't think.
What
no,
spells goes?
no much.
Oh yeah, I brought one, didn't I? I brought the catapult
Yeah.
one.
Indeed.
No, but I'll go
yes.
to the tower first, and if I don't find it on the way to the tower, on the way back, I'll ask.
Okay. Now, Yandon, where were you
I was
going?
heading towards like the prison, looking for like some barracks
That's
or
it.
something.
Yep. You can find your way back to the prison and back to the barracks. And you get to the there's you recognise the prison wall, the prison gates, and next door to that there's another low building with a inside of like a walled compound where you can hear the sound of shouting commands and you can hear the sounds of marching feet. The two separate courtyards, but they're bang next door to each other.
I'll just have a walk around, looking for any anything of interest, like buildings and big.
Many things of interest. It's you're gonna have to be a little bit
Yeah,
more
I'm trying to think of the
specific.
best thing I want to look for, because I feel like, because I know there's an airship being built, I feel like they'd be having a lot of people. It's like going to be guarded, but not overly guarded, if you get what I mean. So I'm just trying to
Mhm.
see what like the thing is with who's on the lookout, if there's any type of soldiers that look very important or not, like the normal ones we've seen about.
There's nothing here that you're going to see that you can see. You. How long are you going to hang around the barracks?
It's just going to be like passing thing. Like I'll probably like wonder about looking like I'm doing something, if there's something that I can use to kind of make it so I'm intrigued about something, then walk off. So like,
Okay.
if there's a
you
shop
don't
or stall or something near.
Yeah, you don't see anything out of the unusual. The two guards on the gate of the prison look just like the gates on the guard of the prison. Look like the rest of the city guard. The city barracks seem to be pretty much. Though you can't see what's going on inside, you don't. There is nothing obvious to say. Yes, an elite force of
Yeah.
guards are being trained here, or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. At that point, I'd just start looking for the rest of the group. Well, meeting up, trying to find everyone else again.
Okay, you can probably find. Well, Bellator said he was going to wait for you in the main market square, because he's enjoying
Grush was with me, I
the
think.
the weather. Yes, Grush was with you. Elra here. You make it across the city in about half an hour, and you can. There's one of the towers on the southern wall. A couple of guards at the base. Morning, sir. Cold one, isn't it?
It's chilly.
Bloody cold if you got to stand around here. No way of keeping warm, of course.
Not unless you
What
have
can I
fire
help you
go.
with?
No, not really.
No.
I heard you
Ain't
could
got
go
no
up into the tower.
Oh, well, no, sir. That's no, that's no, not allowed to. Can't just let anyone up there, sir. No, that's no, can't do that, sir. Can't just let anyone up there, sir. That's
Hi.
oh, it's city defence, sir. It's important. We can't let anybody just go out there and look at our defences, can we, sir? That'd be careless.
Would be a tourist sensation. Just going up there and looking at the city, because look at all the snow. It's amazing.
It is. It's quite a sight from up there, sir. It's bloody cold. You know, it's just standing around here, cold. Not able to do now. Not able to do much at all. Just standing here, cold. Freezing me butt off.
You should do some of that. What's it called? Yoga? No, not yoga.
Yoga.
The other thing.
Pilates.
Tai Chi?
A cup of tea. Oh, well, I wouldn't mind a cup of tea. Of course, it's a bit brassy around here this time of year. Bit expensive is a cup of tea.
Ah, right. That's what he said. I take out like, it's 2 guards.
Just the one guard.
Just 1 guard. No, 3 gold.
Oh, that's well, I can't leave the door unguarded, so would you mind guarding this door for me, sir, while I just go and get myself a cup of tea?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And he gives you a little taps his helmet and wanders off towards an inn.
No
He's
problem.
going to find himself something to stiffen him against the cold.
Just so I'm remembering correctly. The thing that the Chinese people do, like daily, every morning. No, is
Tai
it?
Chi.
Yeah, it's Tai Chi. Yeah.
That's showering. Oh, Tai Chi, yes, that is Tai Chi.
Yeah,
yes.
showering in the morning. That's horrible.
Uh,
Gotta be, like-
shower in the morning, shower in the afternoon, shower in the evening.
Shower a lot.
I'm a
Yeah, I go up to the
dirty
tower.
person. You okay? Yep. So his back is barely turned before you're opening the door and climbing up the tower. Takes you 2 or 3 minutes to climb up the tower, up the spiral steps, and you're passing several weapon racks and crossbows piled up and bolts and all the rest of it, that sort of thing. You get to the top and you can get up and have a look out across the city. And he's right; it's actually quite an impressive view. You're probably about equal height with the Arcanus Tower. The top of the tower is still higher, even still, and the King's Palace is even just a little bit higher than that.
The only place that could house, like, the only place that looks that has a big enough area to house an airship would be the Arcanus place.
Give me a investigation roll.
Use that brain of yours. Oh, he used that brain.
Use that brain. Depending on the size of the airship, yeah, you could get one inside the Arcanus building. You could get one inside the Royal Palace. You could get
Yeah, but
one.
you
I mean,
can't have
depending.
a room that size in the Royal Palace. That's most likely there's not a room of that size inside the Royal Palace.
Probably not. No. But the building is big enough. Again, depending on the size of it, there's the dockyards and the warehouses down by the docks. There's several warehouses down there that could be big enough to hold a small airship. Again, it really depends on how big. You've no idea how big this thing is, if it even exists, if it's even being built.
Yeah, so the Arcanus place is the only logical choice. Good. I take in the view.
Okay. It's really quite impressive. It really is quite impressive. and cold.
I imagine Elra here being a bit like an Assassin's Creed character right now.
Nope, I'm
Wait.
not sitting on a ledge and waiting to jump down into a pile of straws and break my back.
Damn.
No, I can imagine he's going to be one of those characters that he's more of the Assassin's Creed that tries to walk down the stairs and gets hooked up on the trapdoor and spends 20 minutes wobbling around like an electrified gibbon.
Yeah.
I walk down the stairs.
Okay.
Trapdoor.
The trapdoor gets you and it defeats you. So you wander back down the stairs, and you make it to the base of the soldier stood there, and he's got what appears to be a tankard of mulled ale or mulled wine. Anyway, whatever it is, it looks tasty for him, and it's steaming, so it's hot. And he's enjoying. Thank you very much, sir. Good view up there, isn't it, sir?
Yes, it is.
Well, if you need to have another view, sir, you just make sure you find me. I can always help that gentleman, a good discerning gentleman, have a nice look across the city.
I heard there's a place called, like, MMM.
Oh, Morrissey's Magical Merchandise, sir. Yes,
That's
it's
the
just
place.
up on the main... There, just up on... Take this road down here, sir. You follow it down until you come to the greengrocers, where all the vegetables are, and take a left, and that'll drop you straight onto the main road. And from there, if you go right from there, it's about 10 yards on your left, sir. Can't miss it. Big red sign out the front.
Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome, sir. Most welcome.
Try not to freeze to death.
But got myself something to keep myself warm, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you, sir.
Have a nice day.
And you, sir. And you.
I bugger off.
Okay, you bugger off. Yandon, you find Grushk and Bellator in the marketplace. Bellator is strolling around looking like he's enjoying himself. Grushk has wrapped himself up in his robes. And it starting to look somewhat miserable and cold. And a miserable cold half-orc is not a pretty sight. Even to you, that's not a pretty sight. It makes a pretty pitiful sight. And you've muted yourself, Yandon.
So I walk up and I'm just like, well, I haven't seen anything. And it doesn't seem like there's any extra guard presence from where I've been around by the barracks and all that. Have you found anything of interest?
Well, we got some snow plums. Do enjoy snow plums, says Bellator. He's got what looks like a large bulbous red thing on a stick, and he's eating that.
Oh,
He's back.
ah,
You're back, Rush.
Um,
Okay. So quick catch up for Grushk. You returned with Bellator because you didn't want to go. You and Bellator did not want to go and hang around outside the barracks, just in case you get spotted. Remember, you have history there, and so you went with Bellator to the central market. Bellator's done a little bit of idle shopping and picked himself up a snack. You, however, are starting to feel cold and miserable, and it's chilly and it's miserable, and you're getting damp from the snow, and it's not nice, and you want to go home.
okay. Is that it?
So far, and Yandon has just arrived and told you he's found nothing.
Okay.
Nope.
What did you go to search for?
I was just looking for any kind of like increased presence of soldiers and stuff like that,
Oh, okay.
like just for general, so we know if we're going to have to deal with anything particular.
Alright. Guess I'm all caught up now.
Pretty much. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we'll wait for Elra here. Well, I'll try to find Elra here. Head to the pub probably, because that's where we last saw each other.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go walking off, because then it's the whole thing of trying to find each other.
Yes.
And I want
Yes.
to ask about why there's snow in June to someone. Well, not June, but this time of year.
Yes. An interesting question.
Yeah.
That I'm baffled. Nobody's asked yet. It absolutely baffles me that nobody's asked why there's.
Yeah,
Why is it snowing?
I was kind of wondering, and I was like, I don't want to just ask like a random guard or something like that. But I'm
Okay.
going to go ask the barkeep.
Okay, the three of you start and make your way back towards the inn. As you're making your way back towards the inn, you're passing past the high street, and you can see just down the road, the bright red sign of Morrissey's Magical Merchandise. And of course, that sign is hanging out. Hanging out there, and it's the three golden M's. Shining in the white of the snow, and you can actually see Elrair walking along, turning a corner and looking up and seeing the sign, and he appears to be heading towards Morris's. What do you wish to do? Do you want to go and meet up with him, or just go to the inn?
If we see him, go meet up with him,
Okay,
I would say.
okay.
I think that's a good plan.
Bellator agrees. So you all meet up at Morris's, or meet up outside Morris's.
Oh, if they don't yell, I enter. Because I won't know them.
As you get there, they get to you, sort of thing.
Okay, and then I'm just like, so I didn't find much. Did you find anything of interest?
Oh yeah, but I won't talk about it here, because obviously not.
No, I know. I was
enter.
just wondering. So I was like,
Okay.
we'll wait outside because I don't want anything. But if I go in there and it's not like too expensive.
Yeah, I go into.
Seriously? Okay. Grushka, you going to wait outside, or are you going
I'm
in?
going in.
Okay. Just to remind you all, this is Morris. As Elrair and Grushka enter, gentlemen, welcome, one and all to Morris's Magical Merchandise. How can I help you this day? You, sir, look like a man of the woods, if I may say. I may have something that may entertain you. And you, sir, a man of the arts, if I may say, a skilled practitioner of the arts. What can I fetch for you this fine day, gentlemen?
Like, you see, as soon as he starts talking, you see my eyes like gloss over, and the second he stops, like slowly comes back. It's like, all right. Anything for archers, rangers, fun stuff?
Fun stuff, sir. Fun stuff. Oh, I'm not entirely sure, sir. Do have a dust of tracelessness, sir. That not sure if that's really something you'd be looking for. Allows you to you can scatter it behind yourself like a flower girl and cover your tracks. We do have these binoculars, sir, freshly made by our Arcanist Guild. They will allow you to see. If you look through them, you can see a mile and use your dark vision to see.
No bonus to perception?
No bonus to perception, but you do get extra range with them. Sir's looking for something with extra perception. Think I might have just that.
No, that was just flavor stuff with you. Like, of course, in binoculars you see better, so of course you should get a bonus to perception when using them.
No, you just get to see further. We're a little light, but we do have some magical arrows, sir. It's magical arrows that are freshly made as well, sir. If you would be at all interested.
Like, I hold on my quiver like I make my own.
A man of skill and talent, sir. A man of skill and talent. Recognised it as soon as I saw you walk in. Give me a perception check, Elra here. Oh, very nice. Your eyes, as he's talking, you notice that amongst many of the jewels and decorations he's wearing on his clothes, he does have about 7 or 8 guild badges of various there's like the Tinkerers Guild, there's the Artificers Guild, there's the Arcanus organization, there's the black. He's also a blacksmith and various that sort of guild affiliations. This man has a lot of learning behind him.
Does he now have any woodworking?
Actually, no, he doesn't.
Like, just to mess him up, like, I just tap my badge, like, I see you're missing one.
Oh, Master Bowyer, sir, Master Bowyer. Oh, yes, I'm sure you could come out the back and speak with Greyhawk. He is one of your kin, and he himself also claims to be the finest bowyer this side of the Crystal Forest.
That's probably because he's the only one this side of the Crystal Forest.
Well, apart from yourself, sir, of course, but indeed, he is probably also the true, apart from yourself, sir, the only one. But that is very true, sir. Is there maybe there was something that Sir would like that we could make to order?
I don't know how long I'm going to be in town, and I'm not sure.
Very well, sir, very well. And you, young half-orc, is there anything that we can entertain for you?
And he just makes sounds while just thinking and thinking.
Okay.
I mean, how much do you have quarterstaff that you sell by any chance?
Quarterstaffs. Well, we do have a fresh quarterstaff of striking, sir. Yes, we do.
Is there anything special about it?
Well, sir, use of the command word, you can use one of its daily charges to do extra damage when you strike a foe.
Can I take a
It
closer
basic-
look at it?
Of course, sir, of course, just this way. And he takes you over to a weapons rack and pulls down this quarterstaff and hands it to you. Basically, it does a standard D8 damage when used when you use it, but it has 6 charges, and you can use as many charges as you want up to the 6. To each extra charge does an additional D8 of damage.
Wow, that's really good.
Seems interesting.
Yep.
How much does it cost?
That would be going to be 800 gold, sir. It is also +1 to hit, sir.
I'll take it.
You'll take it, sir. Excellent, excellent choice, sir. If you just step this way, and he takes the item and pulls a small device off the end of the staff and hands you the staff. That's 800 gold, sir.
While this is going on, I'm like taking a look around to see if there's like anything useful for rangers, which
There are a multitude of things. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you if it's there.
I honestly don't know, because the amount of magical items I've had in D&D when it comes to being a ranger is braces of archery and a bow of alarming. That's it.
Right. Okay, there's let's see, let's go through the list. Hang on just a second, I'll get to the list. Where the hell is that gone?
Also, I want to take a look at potions.
Potions, okay, well let's start with Oh God, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
There is
Oh,
a healing
God's sake.
potion list.
Yep, there's the healing potion list.
Yeah, I never want to look at that list again.
Okay. No, where the fuck is the loot gone? Items, there we go. Okay, I'm going to link something in Discord. Pretty much knock yourself out. This guy has got stacks of different stuff that you could you can actually help yourself to.
Oh, God.
There are lots and lots of stuff, and he pretty much has most of it. Things like the anything that's very rare or legendary he won't have, but pretty much everything else, or artifacts, but pretty much everything else he will have.
Oh, God. I never knew bag of tricks was like a thing.
Is it fine? Is it fine if I take a look at it as well?
Go for it. You're in there.
Yeah, I never knew bag of tricks was a thing.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yes.
I know what I'll be looking for from now on.
But yeah, he has many things.
Yeah. I just searched bow, and they only came up one thing, but fuck me, that thing is stupid. It is way too powerful to ever be in this game, ever.
Let's see.
Both bow, fucking stupid. Jesus.
Yeah. Let's have a look. It's a very rare.
I gain advantage to attacks, which means I get to roll 3d20 because I have Elven accuracy. If I hit my attacks, if I've made... it's the Oath of Vengeance thing. Like, I make him my enemy.
Yeah.
But it's only, like, once per 7 days, or when the target dies, I can just name a new one. So it's no spell slots or anything like that. And if I hit, I do an extra 3d6.
Yes. No benefit from cover other than total cover. Wait, mind you get that anyway because of your sharpshooter. But while your sworn enemy lives, you're at disadvantage on all attack rolls with all other weapons. Yeah, so if you declaimed someone as your sworn enemy and they escaped, you'd be at disadvantage with that weapon until he died or until 7 days ends. So
Yeah, or I can just make a fucking critter my sworn enemy and kill that, and then it's done. Eh?
No. The target becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until dawn 7 days later.
When your sworn enemy dies, you can choose a new one.
Mm.
Yeah, again, that bow is just insane. Has
it's quite pokey.
drawbacks, of course, but
Yeah.
but the fact that that is the only bow is odd.
Yeah, it is kind of unusual, I would agree.
There's barely any, like, there's 3 ranged weapons.
Oh. No, wait. Never mind. It's legendary.
The Oathbow Seeker Darkness Storm Boomerang. Yep. Well, if you were to get the parts, you could make a magical bow.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can think of using is the ironwood, but I would need to
The ironwood,
waste a lot of
the
time.
iron, and we've already discussed the ironwood is not
Oh, yeah.
conducive to making bows. It's good for arrows, but not bows, because it doesn't have the flexibility required for a bow.
Does he have the ring of truth telling?
Let me have a look.
It's uncommon on rarity scale.
Then I'm going to go with very probably.
I don't know what WDH means though.
That's the book it's in,
Uh-huh.
which is Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Well, wearing this ring, you have advantage on wisdom insight checks to determine if someone's lying to you. Yeah, he could have that. That would be only 300 gold, sir.
Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can afford it. I'll pay him the 300 gold for that.
Okay.
I'm starting to look like one of those pimps with too many rings.
How many rings have you got?
3.
You can only
You
have
only wear 2.
That's fine. Cause I'll put my ring of invisibility in my bag of holding.
Okay.
No, sorry, not invisibility. Truth telling. What am I talking about?
Right, but it requires. So who's going to have apps? This is Grash. So what's the other rings you've got?
Ring of water elemental command. And
Yep.
ring of protection +1.
Okay. You're going to need to attune yourself to the ring of truth telling. So you're going to have to spend, I think it's 8 hours basically wearing the ring, concentrating on it, and to attune it to yourself. But yeah, that's fine.
I got a question.
Yes.
If I attune myself to that ring, do I unattune myself to another?
No. You can have you can have a maximum of 2 rings. You can have 3 magical items you're attuned to, and you can have a maximum of 2 rings, 1 on each hand.
Okay, maximum of 3 magical items. You said.
3 magic items that you have to be attuned to. Which I believe your robes you have to be attuned to. Yeah,
Yeah.
your robes you're attuned to.
You should get portable hole.
You know what? Let's do this instead. I'll take off my ring of water elemental command.
Okay.
I'll put that in the bag of holding, and I'll put in the new ring that I just bought.
Right. So you got the ring you've just bought, the ring of truth telling. That's 1 item that you're attuned to.
No, wait, that I
You're-
want to get attuned to. I'm not attuned to it yet.
All right. You will be attuned to. You got your robes, which is your 2nd item.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So you're going to declare yourself unattuned to the ring of
Water elemental command.
elemental. Okay.
Saying portable hole.
Portable hole. Hang on a sec. Let me have
I'm
a
not
look.
there, but it's
Oh. Why would you want to? Well, he's got a bag of holding. He doesn't need a portable hole.
a portable hole. You can trap people in it.
Well, that's true. That's true if they step into it.
I'm just going through the list while they're looking at it.
so much stuff.
Wait, who should? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking maybe I should give the ring I bought to someone, because I do believe it's really useful. But if I would, who would it most fit?
Wait, what ring have you got?
Ring of truth
Truth
telling.
telling.
You get advantage on insight checks.
Yeah, Daniel, I definitely won't give it to you. That's for sure.
I'm probably the one who does the most talking to people.
Still, I think Bellator.
That's nothing to do with me having to tell the truth.
But
My
still,
insight is
Thankfully.
+7.
Or Aura here if you've got room.
yeah.
I have one ring. Yeah, one ring of protection.
Yeah, I think
Well,
I
I
have.
own 2, but I only have 1 equipped.
I think I have 2 anyway. Sure I have. No rings. This is why I didn't go there, because I've done my shopping episode. I spent too much money in my shopping episode.
No, no, no,
I
no,
didn't.
no, no, no,
And we need to save money for, and I need to save money for my car. And my
I'm
airship.
spending money now.
You're spending money on stuff you really don't need.
No, I know. But still, Ring of Truth Telling. How awesome isn't that? Just the name of it
True.
is worthy of being worn.
The only thing the only like item I can find that isn't, oh yeah, boots of speed.
I was just looking at the boots of Winterlands. Boots of speed. Oh, good lord, yes. That's quite nice for you.
You should all just buy Yandinger.
Buy?
Yandinger. Buy me
What's
stuff.
that? Why would anybody buy you stuff?
Because I'm a lovable character. I'm a lovable rogue.
Yes.
I like to think so anyway.
Well, it's good that you think that.
Yandin, I think Yandin thinks everyone likes him, but also knows that most people don't like him. He just chooses to like push that to the back of his head.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he's just gonna keep doing his thing. Yandin won't change for anyone really, and that's the way he will stay. Well, maybe.
Oh no, that's absolutely fine. I mean, Yandon's good enough as he is.
He might change over. Like, he's probably at the point now where he won't as likely try rob from the party. Like, might lie to him, but I don't think he'd rob from him anymore.
Good.
Maybe. Depends if they get anything really interesting that I'm like, ooh. And then wants that.
Oh, bag of devouring, Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's funny. I wonder if anybody has one of those.
No,
That is so evil.
what is it? What's it do? I hate
It
evil.
is superficially a bag of holding. Animal or vegetable matter placed inside the bag is devoured and lost forever. When part of a living creature is placed inside the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside, there's a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside of the bag. A creature inside the bag can use its action to try to escape with a successful DC 15 strength check. Another creature can use its action to reach into the bag and pull a creature out, doing so with a successful DC 20 strength check. Any creature that starts its turn inside the bag is devoured, its body destroyed.
How much? I want one of them. And I know I'm just finding more and more stuff I want to buy. So if I put this on someone's head, there's a chance that their head will get bit off.
There's a chance the whole body will just get sucked into
Oh,
the hole.
hell yeah! And hi, Beltor.
Hello.
Oh,
Ah, good morning, Bellator.
oh
Good
man.
morning.
The trouble's here
Which,
now.
the party walked past Morris's magical merchandise, so we're shopping again.
Okay,
Well,
how
they're
how
shopping.
many rings do you have, Bellator? On you. That needs attunement.
Give me a moment while I look.
Do I have one or two? I don't know.
Well, you can only have 2 rings.
Yeah, I don't remember how many rings I have.
Ooh, I don't know. I would look on your character sheet for that, young man.
Exactly. Looking at
See
your cat.
any. I know I have a ring of protection. Can't see it on my character sheet. Why can't I see my ring on?
Just the one.
Okay. Here's another ring, and I give him the ring of truth telling. I think it's
The
best
ring of
kept
what?
with you. The ring of
It's a
truth
ring.
telling. Basically, you get advantage of wisdom, insight saves, insight checks.
Grushka's bought it and now realises he doesn't actually want
Yeah.
it. So rather than saying, I don't want it, and getting his money back, he's trying to give it to everybody else.
Yeah, well, I don't want to, give it back since truth telling is awesome. Anyways,
It is.
but
And you can believe Grush because he is telling the truth.
Shrugs. Takes ring of, truth telling.
Also seems like the type of person who's just like, okay, sure. But yeah, I'm currently stood outside. I'm actually not shopping for one.
Yes. Sorry, Yandon, it's quite cold out here. You're quite small, so it's there's less heat to leach from your body, and it is being leached.
I just hide behind Bellator. To dodge out the wind. Like, nope.
the staff of striking, I guess that's £4.
Yeah, it'd be the same weight as a regular regular. Oh God, Steve.
No, I get it.
Thank you.
Have you got any more idea on what you're going to get over here?
Well, I did mention the boots of speed and then never came back to that.
Oh, you were looking. I didn't say you actually wanted to buy them. Sorry.
Well, I don't know what they cost.
Oh, they cost 1,800 gold. Made of some of the finest basilisk leather.
Ooh.
They are a rare item.
Yeah, I know. But Jandon, I still have 4,100 gold.
We have a castle.
Yeah, well,
Did we actually figure out the costs of all that?
No,
No.
no. There has been certain characters been whispering me. I think everybody really has been whispering me at some point during the week, saying, "Do we really have to have this castle?" No, you don't have to take the castle if you can't afford it or don't want it.
Do
In the
I
end-
do? Oh, sorry. Do I do
That's-
1D? Okay, no. Okay, yeah. After you.
No, I was just saying it's fine. You talk first.
Okay. Do I do 1d8 damage with this quarterstaff?
You do your normal, yeah, do your normal D8 plus one
Yeah.
damage with your quarterstaff. Yes.
Okay. And
I'm, I'm just like talking while you two are browsing your shopping list.
So yeah, this boots of speed would be 12.
18.
Did I say 1200? 1800 gold.
potion of growth.
That gives you growth.
It's an uncommon knight.
Yeah, uncommon, which is it's going to cost you 200 gold.
Potion of invisibility. It's very rare, so I'm getting it a lot.
Very rare. Yeah, that is going to cost you about. That is going to cost you 12,000 gold. And he doesn't have any. No, he doesn't have. He doesn't have anything very rare or higher. He doesn't have.
Yeah.
Just a question. It's already +1, and then with my strength, it becomes +2. Or does it?
Yes, you get plus one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you get plus one for your strength. So it would be you got your strength, and then it's plus, and it's that 0. What you put in there is a 1.
Okay. It becomes +2 then.
No.
No.
Oh yeah. So the total would be
Yeah.
+2. Yes, yes, yes. But you would put a 1 in where that. So you have your strength
Yeah.
plus 0 plus proficiency. You put a 1 in that 0.
All right.
I'm very afraid right now.
I ask him how much to sell this quarterstaff, and I show him my old one.
Hey, he's not interested. It's not magical. It's a length of wood to him.
Yeah, I'm very worried. I'm getting
Why?
sent photos of cocktails because my missus out drinking, and she doesn't handle alcohol very well.
Oh well, that's going to be a fun night for you then, isn't it?
I'm gonna have to get a bucket.
I'll get the boots of speed and the potion of growth.
Okay, go for it.
That's 2,000 total.
Yep.
There's actually something I've realised I want to do after, while they're probably all doing this. I have a broken dagger,
Yes.
and I can't remember
Yes.
where I got it from. I swear I had something on it or something. This is like from a while back. Cause I just collect random stuff. Like I got a broken dagger and I got odd-shaped rocks.
Well, odd-shaped rocks, I believe you were collecting those because A, they talk to you and other people, but also because you can use them for your catapult spell. And the broken dagger, you tested something with it and it broke.
No, it was broken when we got it. I'm sure.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Like we found it,
It
and it was already
was.
broken.
It was in the chest where we found
Oh yeah.
the unicorn blade.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that dagger. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna while they do that, I'm gonna ritual cast identify on it.
Okay, I'd like you to give me a con save while you're doing that, please.
Why is everything out to kill me in
Because
this game?
you're sat in the cold, in the snow. for 10 minutes sitting still, and you're not handling the cold well to start with. But yeah, 17, you're fine. You have lost feeling with your lower extremities, but you manage to continue and finish the spell, and you can find no magical properties about the dagger whatsoever, because it's broken.
Okay. I don't think my mending spell would work on it.
Probably exactly what your mending spell would
Yeah, I'm
do.
probably going to use my mending on it. Okay,
Yeah. Okay, you use your mending spell, and yeah, you can mend it, not a problem. It is now a whole dagger.
does it look like any different from a normal dagger?
No.
Oh, I want a ritual cast again because I want it. It's in there. I feel like it should be something. Just a broken dagger.
I have unequipped my ring of protection since boots of speed and cloaking displacement both require attunement.
Yep. Okay. No problem. So, sorry.
I'm guessing you still are
unattuned.
only allowed 2 items to be attuned.
Three items
Oh,
attuned.
3. Okay.
It's 3 items to be attuned.
I thought it was only 2.
No. Yeah, it's 3 in D&D 5e.
At level 6 when we can multi-class as well.
No,
10.
level 10.
It might have been another campaign I was watching.
Other
Yes.
like
yes.
basic campaigns, you can multi-class at level 1, level 2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can. It is to stop the absurd character, which is a 14th level 1 in everything.
I've seen a YouTube video about that.
Yes, that's why it's called the
Yeah.
absurd character.
I would definitely do something like that. That's a scary thing.
Yes, you would. You specifically would do something like that.
Just a question. Cause I'm assuming when we went there we were sleeping on the way and all that stuff.
Oh yes, yeah. You've been several days on the road.
Alright, cause I wanted to put in my fireball spell instead of fly. But how do I do that? Okay, so I put saving throw and then what? Do I do dex? And then what do I put on the DC?
Grushky, so you want to learn a fireball spell?
I'm just gonna do my thing quick and then I'll head to the bathroom. Once I come outside, Bellato,
Okay.
I hand you a potion and I say,
Uh,
when you get into combat, drink this, it'll make you hit for more damage.
Oh, maybe
Cool.
spell.
Very well. Thank you.
Like, and I kind of chuckle to myself once I start like going back, because I think it's gonna be fun as fuck when you drink it. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I think I did it correctly.
Yes, dex save, dex 15, half damage. There you go. Yep, it's done.
Alright.
So, Elrahere's adding his stuff.
Wait, firebolt also has half damage?
What?
That's what it says. I'll take that,
Oh.
alright.
No, yeah, there's no saving throw.
There we go. Just to see. Yeah, there we go. Now that's back to normal. And high rolls against nobody.
Right. Okay. Good. I'm glad we got that done.
Oh man, I'm just seeing those go off everywhere.
You're seeing what,
And
sorry?
I was gonna say, I was just replying to someone and zoned out a little bit, and then I just saw loads of spells happening. I was like, oh god, who's Chris trying to fight?
Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
unfortunately,
type
it's
it.
you.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay.
So you repaired your dagger. It looks like a normal dagger.
Yeah,
Tastes like a normal dagger.
ritual cast identify.
Give me another con save, please.
Is that just every time?
At
Hey,
was it? Yeah, I was gonna say at -4 because you are very cold. But no, okay, you managed to release the dagger. That is going to be added to your journal, Yandon.
okay.
There we go. Do you see
Yep.
it? There you go.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Wait, why is there +1 on it says 86 +1. It's not supposed to do that.
I don't know. Why is what?
No, there we go, spell.
80s?
Never mind. No, now it's +4 instead. What the fuck am I doing?
Right. Let me
You want
just
to,
do this for you because
change it
otherwise it'll
to just a line. You want to take off that modifier.
right. So what do you do? 86 plus spell.
Yeah. No.
No, it's not doing plus spell. It's not doing any
It's the
addition. It's just
line.
86.
Okay, I get you. I was just
Yep, there
thinking,
you
why
go.
was it? Alright, there we go.
So now it should roll and do.
I'm back.
Yes.
There you go. 34 damage. Jesus, that's nice.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Elra here.
So should we stop this shopping session or?
Yes, is everybody finished shopping,
Oh,
or
yeah.
does anybody want to do more shopping, or does Bellator want to do shopping?
Nope, did all my shopping already.
Yep. Has everybody finished shopping?
I finished shopping a long time ago.
Because you
Yeah,
don't have
okay.
money left.
I have some. Very much.
I
Not a
don't
lot.
have any money left.
Okay, so quick recap. You've made it into the city. Elra here has looked at the... has been looking around. He can tell you what he's found later. Yandon, Grushk and Bellator checked out the... have been wandering around following Yandon, basically trying to find if there are extra guards anywhere or better quality guards hanging around anywhere, but as yet nothing has been found in that description. It is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is starting to get quite dark, starting to get quite cold. Yandon is very chilly from the almost frozen from the waist down, though is managing to soldier on. Bellator is having a blast. This is lovely weather.
Mm-hmm.
I vote we go back to a bar and warm up and talk about what our next course of action is.
Sure.
Because I am cold. I'm nearly as cold as
So-
brush of life.
I
To a bow.
Are you-
punch him on the shoulder.
Are you going back to the dwarf inn, or are you going to find a human inn, or sorry, non-dwarf? Is it some more human-sized inn?
I like the dwarf one, but if it's awkward for everyone else, I suppose we can go out somewhere else.
Well, I'm just thinking if you're going to try and find somewhere to stay for the night, Bellator is probably going to be pushed to sleep in a dwarf den.
That's just making me want to go there more. But I turned to the rest. I was like, shall we go find somewhere else to go then? Because I think we should go over the plan and then look into it more tomorrow. And do something about it tomorrow. And
I
we s-
agree.
We still need to find that dwarf lady.
find who? You cut out.
You wanted to find a dwarf lady, and
You're
Oh.
talking about the one that Bellator played last time.
Yeah, because I don't remember her name, like the dwarf lady.
Yeah.
The name. Had it. Sidamir.
Sedema
Yes,
Rock.
Rock Shaper.
Sedema Rock Shaper.
Yeah.
Sedemir.
I was really hoping that would become your main character because the accent just made me so happy.
It made him feel funny in his tummy.
did. Okay, if you want to find her, the best place to probably go is that pub. Then,
Well, we can.
If she's still in the city, she may have left.
true. That's very true. We can ask at the dwarf place though, see if they've seen her. Just go have a quick question and then we can head off.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay, you swing by the dwarf inn. Oh, aye, Sedema. I haven't seen her for many weeks. I believe she went up to the north. They're building some sewers. She is a very good sewer builder.
Yeah, she seems to know her way around him, that's for sure.
Ah, that woman, she knows her way around bricks. She's very, very gifted.
Yeah, I do have another question while we're here. Why is there
Yes.
so much, like, snow at the moment?
Ah, that is because it is snowing outside.
I get that, but it's, like, summertime, like, we shouldn't really be having snow, and it seems very concentrated to just here.
I'm a dwarf. I spend most of my life underground. I just thought that's how things were up here.
That's fair enough. Thank you for your help, I suppose.
You're very welcome, little man.
Okay, guys, looks like we're not getting any information from here. Shall we go find somewhere else to lay our head?
We can go to the Golden Crane.
That's very posh.
And expensive. You remember last time it was quite, well, I'd say last time it was quite expensive, though this time you do have more money.
Yeah, we're rich now. I still have 500 gold, I'm fine. Like, still rolling in it. Where do you want to go? Over here?
I really don't care.
Bellator? You can get a nice
Golden
bath.
Crane it is.
Okay.
Okay, the Bellador wants to go to the Golden Crane because the bathhouse is 2 doors
That's
down.
literally what I was thinking.
Okay, you make your way back up to the Golden Crane, and
Nothing better than a hot.
it is
Nothing better than a hot bath in cold weather.
indeed,
I agree with that,
indeed,
to be fair.
and beating yourself with birch branches
No, I'm
afterwards.
good not doing that.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Wait, what?
Sounds like a
As
terrible.
I said, that sounds horrible.
I have no idea why people do that.
Pine
Say
branches are much better and you smell better afterwards.
That's what aftershave is for. So you make your way to the inn, to the Golden Crane. Their half orc is on duty behind the bar. He looks up and at the 4 of you walk in and goes, "Oh no!" Straightens up. "Good evening, gentlemen. Please, how may I help you?"
We're here for some rooms for
Yes.
the night, if at all possible.
Really?
Yeah,
You want the rooms for the
yeah.
night?
If
It will be a gold piece for each of you for the rooms for the night.
that's absolutely fine. I just give her 4 gold pieces.
He takes the 4 gold from your hand. "Oh, thank you,
Um,
sir. I believe you know the way. And he reaches behind and takes 4 keys off the hooks. Adjoining rooms, gentlemen.
Yeah, sure, why not? So I take the keys off and I just throw one to each of them. And I go to him, anyone hungry? Might as well eat while we sit and talk.
I'm starving.
Okay.
So I buy me and Bellator food.
You and Bellator, you buy you and Bellator food. That'll cost you another 2 gold. Actually, another 3 gold because Bellator's quite big, so you'll have a hearty
That's fine.
appetite.
Yeah, and this is all payback for that snowball, by the way. And I go and sit down.
Okay. Your food is being prepared.
I'll also buy food from
You're buying food for
Yeah.
you. Okay. That'll be a gold
with
for you.
plenty of drinks.
2 golds for you.
Water.
Water. That's free. You can drink water all you want.
Thank you. I go sit down. So why does
Sorry? So I say we go find a table far away from everyone, in the corner, much as possible.
I asked the barman before we go away. You guys serve good berries here?
Good berries? No, we don't sell good berry. What are good berry?
Nothing. There's just something that are apparently very expensive somewhere else. I smile
I
and then
don't
return
know.
to my seat.
I don't know good berry.
Ignore him, he's an idiot.
Yes. Yes, I'm starting to
You
think
know what
so.
it's like, he's half thought.
I'm starting to remember.
Yeah. So you remember us?
Oh yes, I remember you all.
I hope we left a good impression.
I'd hope you would as well.
So I go sit down and I take it. How are there many people in here, like around us?
No, the inn is actually quite quiet at the moment. There it is.
While our
Um,
food is getting cooked, I'll go on stage and I'll play some of my bagpipe.
no?
I pull him back down.
The traditional bagpipe fight.
Nope, no bagpipes ever.
I basically tell Rush if he goes up on there and plays his bagpipe, he'll never see them again.
A reason
Yeah.
to do it then.
It's the golden
Okay.
crane, by the way.
If you wanna
If you
risk
recall
it, like by all means.
Because you mean you'll never see us again, or do you mean the bagpipe?
No, you'll never see your bagpipes again.
Uh-huh.
That's what I said.
I tell him, well, you'll never see your flute again. You break my bagpipe, I'll break your flute.
Didn't say I'd break it. I just said you'll never see it again.
You find yourselves a small place up here to sit and eat, and it's quiet and out of the way.
Why am I outside? I'm not a dog.
You look like one.
There are those that would say otherwise.
Yeah. Like anything, I am probably, well, except for maybe Aura here, I'm probably the most civilized out of the 4 of us.
Yep. So anyway, you can there. Your food will come. Elra here is sitting there with a small pottery beaker of water. I take it, Elra here, you're imbibing of good
Yes.
berries. Okay.
I ask Aura
Okay.
here what he found out then, and I look around and see if there's anyone about, and then ask.
Nope, there's nobody paying any attention to you in the bar. There are a couple of people up at near the fire warming up, but that's it.
of on where we need to go.
Okay, sweet. So, shall we do it early hours of the morning? Go have a look around.
Not that easy.
Not that easy. Okay.
Nope.
Is it a solid building? I take it then.
Yep.
I have a plan.
Are you an arcane crafter?
No, but I have a plan.
Do you have an invitation to go inside and meet the arcane crafters?
Nope, but I can probably get us inside.
I'm sorry, I'm lost. What are we talking about?
Basically, our here found where we think the airship is being held. So we're
I don't think there actually might be one, but that's the only place they would make one.
yeah. So that's where we're going to look and everything. And I do definitely have a plan.
Stop saying you have a plan and share the plan.
I can't until we're there. Spoiled. Because I mainly just want to know what's going on inside. I'm not fussed right now about getting inside. If that makes
What
sense.
is going on inside is it's a guild of crafters making a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and I want to see what they're making, see if I can find anything to do with the airship.
Well, yeah, but you have to get inside to do that.
No, I have a couple of things up my sleeve that might help. I'll leave it for a surprise. I just gotta get outside the building and make sure it's clear before I do it. Like, there's no one around. That's why I reckon it's better if we go at night, in the morning, early hours, when there's not going to be anyone around us. But,
Then we ought to get some early sleep.
hmm.
I believe each of us has the ability to see in the dark. Except for you, Yan.
I do not. I could not see in the dark, that is for sure. Blind as bat. So, yeah, so early hours, I'll say about 2, 3 in the morning. Okay.
If that's, I'm good with that. If that's what you want to do.
That's fair enough.
If anybody if we want to skip forward time to,
Yeah.
unless anybody wants to do anything, I take it Bellator's going to go and get himself a nice bath and then some sleep, or is he just going to go
He's
straight to
gonna
bed?
go
Bagpipe.
get him a bath and get some sleep. That's it.
If you start playing the
Okay.
bagpipe, I'm out of the building.
Yeah, I'm leaving as well, and I'm just gonna go do my plan now. I'd rather go to jail.
I'll still do it.
You're going to go and play your
Of
bagpipes.
course, it's a part of my character.
Okay. You have played them here before, and you did
Play well.
You did play quite well. So give me a performance roll.
Don't know how much I want to hold cursing you right now. Just to stop.
Yeah, Grush gets quite a beat going. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Yandon.
God. Why am I always on the wrong page?
Because you're unprepared.
Advantage. Why am I in
It's an
advantage?
8.
Yeah, it's an 8.
I don't know. It's an 8. Yeah, Grush plays quite well. Plays really well, and you get about halfway through the song, Yandon, before you realise that you're tapping your toe along and stop yourself. Damn it!
I will not let him know this.
No, I gathered you wouldn't. Unless you fumbled, you wouldn't. He wouldn't
Oh,
notice.
God.
But yeah, so even you find yourself toe tapping.
At this point, I go up to bed.
Okay. So Grush, after a set for about 40 minutes, the barkeep says, "Well done. Have this drink on me," and he passes you a glass of fire water.
Thank you, I'll drink it gladly. And I chug it up with one fell swoop.
Okay. I'd like a con save from you as well, please.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And with all the alcohol you've drunk this evening, you are absolutely
Why
fine.
are you rolling so high tonight? You
Because you're
For-
not.
I never do.
So, no, you've had a couple of really good rolls.
Huh?
I'm sure you had a couple of literally in the
Oh,
entire
God.
campaign, a couple of really good
Yeah,
good
when I'm
rolls.
doing performance checks.
Yeah, usually, yes.
No other time.
No, you're a bard. That's
Yeah.
all that matters. So everybody can get some sleep. Elrahir can. I don't know what Elrahir wants to do. You're 4 hours trance.
Well, I
Or
will
you can
tune
actually
my boots to
protect.
speed, first of all.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
I asked for extra blankets as well.
There are extra blankets in under the bed,
Thank
so
you.
you just have to get extra ones. You do warm up quite nicely by the fire, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cocoon myself in like as many blankets as I can get around me.
And thus Yandon Tellus was found, smothered by a pile of 50
Yeah.
blankets.
I'll go out that way.
Smothered but toasty warm.
Good way to go.
Oh, absolutely. So, you... what time are you chaps awakening to go and carry out your strange plan?
2-3 o'clock in the morning. And there's gonna be at least amount of people around.
Okay, yep, no problem. You awaken and can set off on your task. The tavern is empty, though the barkeep. There is a candle lit on the bar, but the barkeeper is not immediately visible
Okay.
as you come quietly down the stairs.
So, over here, let's lead us away. I would say.
So Elrahir leads you through the dark streets. I'm going now. Are you going to be sneaking along, or are you going to be just walking along? As I'm a townsperson and I live here.
I'd say it's probably best to do that. I'm a townsperson, but when we're getting close, I recommend at least Bellator hangs back before we get too close to the thing, like within shouting distance or message distance. Well, he's not most. How do I put it nicely? Sticks out like a sore thumb. Big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You march through the streets, and you turn the corner to walk into the main square to get near to the building that Elrahir pointed out. As you turn the corner, you bump straight into a group of 6 guards. One of them looks down. Good evening, citizens. What are you doing out this time of night?
Oh,
What is your business?
we just wanted to come for a walk and like when there's quiet, because just wanted to be able to explore the town without the hustle and bustle of everyone around here.
Yes, we've heard of people like that. We have a place for people like that. Are you people that we should be interested in?
Nah, we're just wanderers. We just come
Just
to see the
wanderers,
town.
prowling the streets in the middle of the night, eh?
Nothing wrong with it. We're not hurting anyone. We don't.
You're prowling the streets in the middle of the night.
But
Isn't
I'm
prowling
not
like
sure
skulking
that-
when we're walking in the middle of the road?
I'll
Yeah.
start like swaying as if I'm drunk, and I go forward and I'm like, where's the inn? I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
Give me a performance check, please,
Yeah,
Grush.
my friend, he's just been drinking a bit tonight.
Really? Very well. Don't worry, my friend. We'll help you with your drinking problem. Arrest that man. Take him back to the lockup. Let him sleep it off. Have the rest of you been drinking?
We were just at the Golden Pickaxe and was wandering about and got lost before heading back to the inn we were staying at the night.
The Golden Pickaxe.
Well, that's where
really?
we were drinking. We left there and then we've just been wandering about because we're new to the city.
So you left the Golden Pickaxe at closing time, and you've been wandering the city for 3 hours?
Well, the barkeep, we were talking, we stayed up a bit late with him and everything, and then we was wandering about, and we just couldn't find our way back to where we were meant to be, and we couldn't find any guards anywhere or anyone to find us where we was meant to be going, so we just explored until we found people.
Give me a persuasion roll, please.
I start.
Wow.
I start saying, "Why are you talking so much? Aren't we
Even with-
supposed to go drinking?
Even on the +8.
These gentlemen also wants to go drink with us. Don't you guys?"
Well, the problem is, from his point of view, is that you've got one person who claims to be drunk and does smell a little bit of alcohol. But 3 of you don't smell of alcohol and don't show any signs of being drunk.
I've had it.
So
I would have had a drink.
You would have had a drink, but Grushk had lots of drinks and firewater. So Grushk has had a lot more alcohol than everybody else, and hasn't been to a bathhouse. Elric has drunk nothing, and you, I assumed, had your the traditional ale with your
Yeah,
meal.
I had probably like 1 or 2 at most.
Exactly, whereas Grushk had lots. That's why I had him make the con roll to see how drunk he was. He wasn't that drunk. But anyway, needless to say, he's not entirely buying your...
Well,
you know,
if you
he's-
can just
he's
point us
suspicious.
back to our inn, we'll quite happily go there, just so we know where we're meant to be going. The Golden Crane, was it?
It was the Golden Pickaxe just
No,
now, you
we
told me.
went from
Which-
the Golden Pickaxe. We're
Ah.
staying at the Golden Crane.
Staying at the Golden Crane. You're drinking at the Golden Pickaxe for staying at the Golden
I
Crane.
find Dwarf's Party better company.
And I'm sure you do.
Their seats are too
Bring them-
small.
What? What on earth is going on? Who said that?
I did.
And I start burping out loud just to try and distract them. The guards.
Well, you've got a guard under each holding each arm at the moment, Grushk. They're holding you up because you're drunk. Who are you, sir?
Me?
Yes, who are you?
I'm his friend. You can call me Nosito.
Right, very well. You're coming with us as well. You're obviously drunk.
Are you making fun of my
Yes.
voice?
Yes, I think we are,
How
sir. We're
rude
going to
of
take
you.
you.
I was gonna just pay you guys for your drinks and have a party with you. And you make fun of my handicapped friend over here for something that he can't decide. For something that he has no control over.
Can we just leave these 2 of you and go back to our inn? Me and my elf friend there?
I think I think we're going to take all of you back to your inn. The Golden Pickaxe.
Golden
was it?
Crane. We came from the Golden Pickaxe.
Golden.
Like I
Ah,
said,
yes,
the
very
golden
well.
pickaxe's seats are too small.
And I show him. I pull out the key to the room and be like, look, see.
And he squints in the moonlight night. Obviously, with snow about it, even with the slush on the streets, he's able to see that it's got a little crane engraved on the handle. Very well, and the guards escort you straight back towards the Golden Crane. And half an hour later, you are back inside the doors of the Golden Crane, as the captain of the watch patrol is explained to the innkeeper, and verifying that you four are indeed staying here.
Well, that did not work.
Like, I haven't said a thing all, like, since we bumped into them, and, like, I just head back to my room because I'm done with this crap. I'm so done.
I really still want back.
I just like nudge Yandon a little bit on the shoulder, and I'm like, see, I'm a perfect actor. And I go back to my room.
I say sitting downstairs for now.
Bellator sits with the end. He's like, well, that plan didn't go so well.
It didn't. I'm kind of tempted to try to go back there myself and be a bit more sneaky about it. Because we gotta get in there or figure out what's going on in there somehow or another.
This is true.
And it might be less noticeable if one of us just go by ourselves. Except for Elra here, I'm probably the person who's most likely not to get noticed or caught.
You see me? Is the bartender still there?
Yes, the bartender is
It's
still
technically
there.
closing time, right?
Close ages.
Well, the bar is closed, so yes.
Doesn't matter. Gross will still go down and ask the barkeeper if he can buy some more alcohol.
No, the bar is closed, sir.
Damn it. And he goes back up to his room.
Oh dear. So, Elra here and Grushk have gone back to bedrooms. Yandon and Bellator are sat downstairs.
Okay, I go to Veltor. I'm like, I'm going to go have another look. I'm going to try to be sneaky. If I'm not back by morning, I'm probably either dead or in prison.
I'll light a candle for you.
Okay. And so I'm going to go stealthy and see what I
Okay,
can see
you're gonna go.
around.
You're gonna go sneaky,
Yeah.
stealth. Okay, we need 2 stealth rolls off you to avoid 2 guard patrols around the city streets.
I missed one.
Okay, let me see it. How good are they?
Oh yeah, you don't have level 3 spells.
Cut words though.
You there, halt!
Who, me?
You cannot roll tonight. Yes, you sir, halt there, you little man.
Hi. How can I help you?
What are you doing? Prowling the streets, skulking in the
How
shadows.
far would you say I'm from the inn at this point?
You're about halfway.
About halfway. I was like, I just couldn't sleep. I needed to get some fresh air, and before I went back to bed, I was like, I showed him my key. I'm just literally down the road. I was like, I'm just getting some fresh air.
Well, it's dangerous times in the city. I suggest you head back to your inn.
Why is it
sir.
dangerous times? What's going on? I heard that this was quite a peaceful city.
It is, but the snow, sir. The snow. In June.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that. Like, we just came from I'm an adventurer, traveller with my friends, and everywhere else seems fine. Is there any reason for this snow, or is it just come on out of nowhere?
Well, I don't know. It's been right strange. Ever since that cult of the dragon started up, there's been snow been falling from the skies. People said it's something to do with dragons or volcanoes erupting in distant lands, but I don't know. It's not been
How-
good. It's been cold,
How
freezing
long's this
cold.
been going on for?
Near 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound very safe. I think if you would mind, I'll head back to the inn then. I don't want to get caught in any of that cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, you keep your eyes open for them
Okay,
cultists.
if I see anything, I'll let you know.
They haven't. Yeah, they're mad, all of them.
Yeah, we ran into a couple, I'm pretty sure, on the way in here yesterday.
Oh, let me guess. Asking you to pray with them,
Yeah.
are they? Ask you to pray. Yeah, they'll do that. They'll try and con you out of some coin.
Yeah, they tried to get me to come off my
Bastards.
horse and everything.
Yeah, they'll probably have stolen your horse or eaten
I
it.
had a theory that they'd do something like that, and that's why I just kept walking in.
Well, you head back to your
Okay,
inn, sir.
thank you. Have a good
Well,
night.
And good night. And they head off down a different road as you turn to walk back towards your inn. And they head off down the street,
At this point, I go to
down a
bed.
side street. Oh, you are going to go to bed.
My,
Okay.
my roles are not permitting me. I do not want to die right now. Go to prison. I'm too pretty for prison.
Dawn awakes, and unless anybody wanted in this Bellator, did you want to do anything else that night?
Nope.
Dawn comes. It's bright and clear day. It's cold outside. The snow is on the ground. It hasn't snowed in the night, luckily, but the clouds are building again. It looks like it will snow later today.
Oh, we've all met up downstairs. I had to explain to him what that guard said to me, like when I was outside trying to be nosy.
Okay.
So I explained that like the snow's the case since about 2 weeks ago with the dragon cult and everything. So you might have to keep an eye out for whatever's going on there.
When the dragon what?
Dragon cult.
Cult.
The
Mm.
people
You know,
we ran
worship
into.
dragon. Think
Yeah.
they're good for you, then the dragons kill you.
I get it.
A dragon a day keeps the doctor away.
Is your dad?
Oh, jeez.
Because you're dead.
So yeah, I let him know about that. And everything and go, well, what's our plan with finding out about that building then?
Or you can just
Mm.
go there now, or
Yeah, we might as well go walk around. Hopefully the guards that were there last night aren't there, so they're not gonna really notice us.
middle of the day, the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go there after a hearty breakfast. It'll cost you another gold piece each, but it is a good meal. The quality of food here is good. It's expensive, but it is good.
That's all that matters to me.
Okay, you can make your way back towards the rather imposing looking building. Again, it's a carved stone, looks quite solid and quite robust build. It's almost in the style of a temple or a church or a cathedral rather, but it's got arcane symbols and engineering symbols and that's sort of like a blacksmith's anvil and that sort of thing, rather than gargoyles carved into the stonework. And as you approach,
Don't
there
approach.
is well, I mean, as you enter the square, you would see this, and as you enter the square, you see out the front there is a solitary doorman wrapped up in a big coat that reaches all the way to his ankles and a big furry hat.
So there you have the building. You need an invitation to be able to go inside.
Is there anyone? So like, is the building open around it? Like, I know there are a lot of people.
There are probably about a dozen people in the square. Again, it's that thing of nobody's really hanging around because of the
Yeah.
cold. People are. I'm going out to buy some cabbages and then I'm coming straight home. I'm not going to stop for coffee or stop for a chat. It's too cold
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
not for my plan to kind of work. I need like no one there.
I tell Yandon, I could offer a help with distracting.
I message our here, and basically what I'm going to tell him is, on my robe, I can make a window which I can place on the surface so I can see in somewhere. And I just need a quiet place so I can just literally place the window on, look in, and go. And I can make a ladder so I can get up higher if I needed to.
Well, of course, the thing is, if you make a window, you can just lift the window and climb
Yeah,
in.
that's also the plan if it's empty. Like, if there's a place to get in, to do that as well. I just wanted to use it for scouting first.
Well, you could wander around the building and give it the once over and see if you can find a quiet
do
spot.
After telling Elra here my plan.
I
Give me a
just
give me a
okay.
give me a perception roll
Okay.
as you wander around the outside. Oh, look at that! You find a quiet spot in the building. It seems to be just between the back of a ostler's shop and a weaver shop. Just head down between this very narrow alleyway, and I mean, even for you, it's a narrow alleyway, and it takes you into a plain piece of wall.
Now, there. So, do I not see anyone around?
No, you're almost completely hidden from
I
from
just need
sight.
to check something first. Where is my robe?
I hope you're wearing it.
I have not took it off even when I sleep. Just in case I need to pull out a ladder.
Just in case you need a ladder in the middle of the
2
night.
feet by 4 feet, okay. I just want to see how big the window was. So I do this and then I pull off my patch and pull it on the wall.
So you whip off a patch
In the broad daylight,
and
and you open a window.
Yep.
and you slap the window onto the wall, and almost magically it grows, zoom, and it's a window, and you've got a window there, and you can look into the. You're looking into what appears to be maybe a storeroom. There are some barrels and some crates and boxes of things, but you can't quite see what they are. It's quite dim in the room. There appears to be one door leading out.
So guys, are we heading in?
Well, you're there, they're not. That you're down the alleyway, they aren't. They're
I
on the
go
street.
back to him and I'm like, oh, well, I'll message Elra here because I don't. The other two will just shout out. Well, at least Flesh will. I message him and say, I've found a way into a storeroom. There's a doorway out and a bunch of boxes and barrels and everything in here. We can probably get in if we need to, if we want to.
This is such a bad idea. Yeah, go.
I like that. It's such a bad idea, but let's go. So I kind of like signal him to come down. And I crawl in.
Okay, you crawl in.
Lovely.
The floor is. Yep. Okay, give me a stealth check. It shouldn't be too difficult.
12.
Yeah. You drop in. The floor is got a layer of dust on it, and you can see that the door has been opened. Somebody has walked in, but even that track path is dusty. So you can probably guess that by and large nobody's been in here for a couple of weeks. The barrels appear to be a fine-grained powder, dark coloured. The boxes appear to be another powder, There's a sort of greyish metallic powder and a yellow powder, which when you open the barrel is quite strong and pungent smelling and makes your eyes water quite strongly. And you close the barrel, but there's definitely this. It smells a bit sort of eggy fart in
Oh.
here now.
Just a question: how tall's the building?
The building, you estimate, about 300 feet tall.
Oh, we could have done this so much. We could have done this easier if Yanden, you could have just told me what you were going to do.
No, I keep secrets. No one needs to know about my tab. What's it called? Robe.
Robe.
No one needs to know what's on it.
Are we climbing in as well then, or?
If you so wish. If you so
Yes,
wish.
I am.
Okay, you can all climb in and get into the room.
But I whispered to Yanden saying, you know, I could have just slept the night and have a flight spell ready by morning.
Yeah, but us lot all flying in the air seems a bit more noticeable than us slipping in through a window in a alley.
But now we
Well,
have
the
to
window's gonna stay there forever, so everyone's gonna know that someone's.
Yeah, but they're gonna know eventually. Let's be fair. Like, we now either can sneak in and sneak back out through the window and leave the city, or we're gonna have to fight our way out. It's gonna be one of the two. Either way, we had to get into this building.
After hearing that, I sneak out the window again. I tell him we were supposed to go undercover, not draw attention. This is just stupid, and I climb out the window.
Okay, you climb out the window.
Okay. I walk towards the door.
Okay, the door does appear to be locked.
Lock.
Have you? Oh, you have, haven't you? You got lock picks. Give me a locky pick
Yes.
roll.
Just my thieves tool.
Yes, these tools dex.
Where am I going?
You click, clack, click, clack, and you get that. And you can hear a clink. You think the door is unlocked.
Okay. I try to slide it open very slowly and quietly.
Okay, you open the door ever so quietly. It opens into a long corridor, going left and right. You don't see anybody immediately in the area. Oh goody, Discord has died.
I'm back.
Okay.
Never mind.
Ah,
Yeah,
there we
I'm
go.
good now.
Everybody's back, everything's normal. Don't know why it keeps doing that. You swing open the door. Just a crack. You can see a corridor going left, a corridor going right, and you can see two figures walking away from you down the corridor.
How are they dressed?
And I was just going to say, they are both wearing long, dark brown robes with the hoods pulled up. You can make out the words, "Yes, brother, it shall be as you order, brother. We shall begin work immediately."
I message our. Do they look like the dragon cultists that we saw outside?
Hard to tell. You don't have any kind of low light vision, and it's not particularly well lit out here.
Okay. I message. Take it in turns. I'll message over here and go. They're talking about getting something done. They're wearing brown robes by the look of it.
Elrare is stood behind you.
Yeah, but I don't want to make noise if I can help it.
Oh, right, okay.
Sneaky.
What do you want me to do about it?
I'm just saying. Do you want to continue going on, or shall we leave it for now and leave?
Well, if we leave now, we can never use this entrance again. I fucking hate this mission, first of all. What?
That's fair by me. Okay, I keep an eye out and wait for him to turn around a corner or whatever and go out of view.
Yep. They pass out of turn a corner and pass out of sight.
Okay, I step outside.
Okay, you're in a corridor. Runs to the left, to the right, at both ends. One end it ends in a door. At the other end, the corridor appears to turn to the
And
right.
is that the way they went?
Yes.
Okay, I point and I go, they went that way, door that way. Which way should we?
Hand mage now, or it's third level spell. But yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool. But
Like, how far is it to the corner?
It's about 80 feet to the corner.
How many doors in between?
None.
And how many to the other direction?
It's 20 feet to a
and
door.
that's it. I start walking towards the side with the door.
Okay, yep.
I'll-
You start walking to the
I'll
side.
do a quick dart to the other side,
Okay.
stealthily.
Okay.
No,
Yep. Give me a stealth check. It's shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, it's very easy for you. Okay. Yep. You both either side of the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
and slowly.
Uh,
Well, listening first. I'm gonna
Okay.
listen, see if I can hear any noise coming from there.
give me a perception check.
Wow, what am I? Third 12. Fourth, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. You are listening at the door. You think you can hear somebody moving around on the other side of the door.
Okay. Do I brave or do I try go the other way? Jandem,
what do I see on the other side then? Because I didn't go with him. I went the other way.
Oh, you went
Yes.
down to the corner. Ah, right. Sorry, you've gone down. Right, you've gone all the way down to the corner. As you again, you've got a corridor that turns to your left. A corridor that turns to your right. The corridor on your right has several doors on both sides of the corridor going down. The corridor on your left has a couple of doors and a door at the end of the corridor. Corridor's about 40 feet in each direction.
The freaking maze.
Not surprised.
No.
And there's no indication as to where those two hooded people went.
No, you were moving stealthily, and they had left this corridor that you're currently in before you'd even left the room.
Yeah, they just went around the corner. We dodged them. I message him again saying I think there's someone in this door. Shall we go your way? And he can obviously reply to me.
There are too many doors and too many of everything here. I'm not good with this shit. It's not what
I don't know. Like, there's someone here, but two people just went down that way. I really don't know what to do. We don't have Grush to make any rash actions and make us forced to do a decision. So one time Grush comes in helpful because we don't have to make choices, he just brushes ahead.
Yes.
Great. I try to slowly open this door and peek in.
I head back. I
Okay.
try to keep an ear out, but I'll head back.
Okay, you head back. Bear with me just a sec. I'm just trying to put something together. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you over to a sketch. So let me just get everybody in here. Characters. So Elroy is at this end.
Where's our door?
I'm just going to... Oh, sorry, yes, I haven't drawn that one.
Guessing by how you haven't exactly prepared the map, I'm guessing this has nothing to do with our mission.
It's not the route I'd thought you'd take.
So basically, my
Yeah,
window
once.
plan has.
Yeah. Thrown me completely.
Honestly, could Bellator even get through the window?
This is
Yes, 2
Great
foot by
question.
4 foot. Yeah, 2 foot. It's 2 foot. It's 2 foot tall, 4 feet wide. Yeah, no problem.
bit of a squeeze.
He's big, but he's not giant sized. He still counts as medium sized. Right, Yandon, you're going to open the door. As you open the door, are you going to open the door
Yeah.
carefully?
Slowly and carefully.
Okay. Give me a stealth check on your door opening skills.
Oh, fuck me, even lower. Why?
It's good enough.
Die.
You open the door.
And what do I see?
Oh, just give me a second. You open. Oh, fucking do it in black. Thank you. You open a door, and basically all that's in there is a pile of wicker baskets. A large wash tub, and a man in a brown robe with his sleeves rolled up, one by one pulling robes out of wicker baskets, and he appears to be washing them. One of them he holds up and goes, "Oh, for God's sake, I'll never get that out," and just throws it into a corner.
Oh. So he's literally doing nothing important.
He is washing.
Went rogue.
God's. Yep.
I wonder how much health these guys have. That is my next line of thinking.
He hasn't noticed you as yet.
Talk if I hold person.
No.
I just want to say, while Grosk is waiting outside,
Yep.
since he has nothing to do and, the idiots are in there, he considers it an idiotic move.
Are you going to play your
No.
bagpipes?
Basically, what he just he just says like, well, I guess you might have a solution to this, our man. He says to the Shadowfell creature.
Yep. Give me a persuasion roll.
Wait, actually, that should be good. Damn it, never mind.
Okay. You feel a stirring in the back of your mind. Yes. Well, you Ah, a user of the arcane. You could ask to join them. That would give you access, at least to the early levels of the building. You could come and go as you pleased. Your companions, well, the big one, I'm sure they could use guards for whatever they do. And the little one, I'm sure they need someone to do the washing.
He's just angry back into brush. I'd be angry if I got stuck inside brush as well, but rude.
Really rude. But I take this advice and I think, what if I can get inside in another way? Through the gate. Or through the doors.
Who are you saying this to?
No, I'm thinking about it.
Ah,
And I'm like, alright, I'll go to the door, and because this is a what place was this again? A crafters?
this is the Arcanists and Artificers Guild
Okay.
Hall.
I don't know if we're in the right place or not. I'm getting really confused now.
Yeah, well, I'll go up and I'll go to the front door and I'll knock on it.
Okay, you're going to wander around to the front door. Yandon, you've got the door half open. You can see the man doing the
Does he
washing.
look like a Dragon Cult member?
He looks like a man who's in a brown robe doing some scrubbing some robes.
Okay, I head back to the place where that thingy room, storage room.
Okay, you head back to the storage room.
I'm just like, okay, he's just doing some robes in there. Where Grush, I take it, still outside. Are we going to continue down the hallway, or what? Because we can leave, and we may not be able to use this entrance again, but no one actually knows it was us in here. Like, I know they're talking about getting something done, but we don't know what that is yet.
Or really even is anything at all.
No. Like, no one in this room, if we keep the door closed, it had a lot of distance, so we don't know when they're next going to be coming into this room if we close it and leave it as it is. So for now, yeah, could mean we can never go back, but we can always check it and see if they've noticed it.
I don't know what to say, so
I'm worried about Grush as well, because I don't trust Grush not to get in trouble. He nearly got arrested last night, which worries me greatly. This mission's really throwing me for a loop, like.
I thought it would be so simple.
No, you didn't. I don't believe that for some reason.
With us, it's never simple.
Yeah, we gotta go the most difficult route ever.
like stealth missions, none of us are good at that, like at all.
No.
Because it goes against
That's-
every being, like every fiber of Elder's being. The only thing he stealths is enemies when you need to fight them in the woods. That's it.
It's quite normal for
Okay.
Yandon to sleep out. Like,
Yeah.
that's how Yandon has lived. He's not.
And honestly, it feels like off just for Bellator to be inside this building right now.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what-
if it is for him, but
I think Beltwood was just more followed the crowd.
What supplies are there in this room, Mr. GM?
There is there's like a black dust. Um, um, in one of the containers, a sort of greyish, almost metallic, possibly flakes in another, and a horrible, very eye-watering, smelly yellow powder in a third container.
How
And there are
big are
barrels
these
of this stuff in here.
containers?
If I said a 45-gallon drum, and there are mix of several of each.
And are there any smaller empty containers in this room?
There are a couple of smaller crates that contain a variety of tools like hammers and nails and pliers and screwdrivers and screws, that sort of thing, that you could possibly empty out, yes.
What a rob.
The foul-smelling liquid.
It's not a liquid, it's a powder.
Oh.
It's a foul-smelling powder.
Like sulfur foul, or
You in the 20th century would identify it as sulfur, yes. You could probably also identify the black powder as probably coal dust.
Some sort of alchemical ingredients here.
Oh. Because I've got
Too bad I wasn't playing Jules right now.
Yeah, because Jules would actually go, ooh.
Mm. Well, seeing as this is seeing as we've taken an action that is the least favorable for our success, perhaps we ought to go back and regroup.
I'm okay for that. Like, I know what they look like, and I was just seeing if this was the back way in. This was my plan. And it is, but if we want to try walk another way to get in, I'm fine with that. They don't know it's us in here, so why not?
Indeed.
Okay, yeah, you can slip out if you so wish.
Yeah, 'cause
At least if we do manage to get in another way and we need to make a hasty exit, we know this way is here.
that's very true.
And I'm going to pop out the window. Grush, did you walk away?
Yes.
Gone.
I'm at the front door, knocking.
there's a guard at the front door.
Yeah, I was going to do the guys inside
Oh,
before
yeah.
I got to Grush because it would take him a while to walk his way all the way around. So Grush, you approach the doorman, who's wearing a long coat, long blue-coloured coat, reaches almost to his ankles, looks nice, thick and warm. He's wearing big, thick gloves and a big, woolly Cossack-style hat, and is looking quite comfortable. Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
I'm interested into seeking into the skill.
Are you of the arcane persuasion, sir?
Yes, I am. I'm a sorcerer.
A sorcerer? I'm sure that the lords could find use for a sorcerer, but indeed, can you open the doors by yourself?
I certainly can. And I
Right.
open the door, I guess.
The door handles are 20 foot off the ground.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Do I have a spell for that?
Do you have mage hands?
No, I don't. Oh, jeez, none of my spells are.
Good luck.
Hmm. Yeah, good luck. And I
am-
tell him, on second thought, I can't. None of my spells are control based. Most of them are fire based. Is there any fires nearby?
Uh, there, across the road, there are two guards who are holding a patrol a guard post on the corner of the main street in the square. They've got a wooden brazier next to them with some wood in it, and it's burning quite nicely.
How
thank
far
you.
away?
40 feet, the other side of the square.
Okay. I don't know how far my control flames is can go.
60.
Alright. I'm like, alright, look over there. And I redo the flame so it looks like there's a dragon flapping its wing.
Okay, give me a d20 plus your spell attack bonus just to see how good it looks.
Oh. 20 plus my spell attack bonus.
Yep. Just to see how good it looks. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's possibly a dragon, possibly a large bird. It's hard to tell really, but yeah, you get the you kind of make the idea. The guards react with surprise and go, "By helm, look!" And they leap back, and one of them pokes at it with his sword, but it just goes to the flames, and then they just turn and look over at the Arcanist Guild, and then see you with your muttering some words under your breath. And one of them shakes a fist and yells, "Oi, cut that out!"
And I'll cut that out. I'll just make it into normal fire again.
And it goes into normal fire. The doorman looks at you and goes, yes, you do indeed have some talent. Please, let yourself in.
Does he open the door?
No, he's asked you, he said that you can let yourself in.
Damn it.
Can you just try pushing the door?
Yeah, let me try that.
Like, just because the door handles.
Give me a perception roll as you go to push the door. Oh, yes, very nicely, very well done. As you go to push the door, you notice hidden in the door, in the carvings on the door, it's actually another smaller door. It's about human height, but it's been hidden within the door carvings.
I look at the guard and I'm like, that's clever.
He
Then
nods.
I open the door.
Only the very best pass the test. Welcome in. You may enter. And you enter into a large foyer, a large room that is many multiple columns going up. There are staircases going, and it's quite strange that some of the staircases just seem to disappear off into almost nothingness. It's almost as if there's the light becomes a bit hazy, and the staircase disappears into it. You think it may be a portal of some kind that the staircases have disappeared into.
What paths are there that I can take, that I can go?
Well, as you enter, there are, you can see about a dozen people walking around, milling around doing kind of menial tasks, or maybe important tasks. You don't really know. As you're standing there just looking around in amazement, of another well-dressed man in a long blue coat, but without the gloves and the woolly hat, comes up and says, "Good day, sir. How may we aid you?"
I am seeking to join the Arcane Guild.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. Come with me, and he leads you through a few corridors, through a few doors, and bids you enter into his office, where he sits you down. So, tell me, what is your name?
My name is Streep.
Streep. Very well, Mr. Streep. And what form of arcane magics do you use?
Fire is something that I am a bit more focused into using.
Really?
Yes.
Have you ever performed a ritual to create a magical item before?
To create magical items? No, I have not.
So we would have to train you.
Yes.
We could allow you to join as a lay member, which would require you to attend for 4 hours a week for training, and you would have to provide us with 4 hours a week of your magical ability, your power, to lend your power to the organization.
Does this
Would you be agreeable to
does
that?
this pay anything?
Your knowledge, the knowledge you gain would be payment. And then there is, of course, the chance to be promoted once you have learnt new things.
Will it be every week?
Of course, every week until such times as we think that you are competent enough and strong enough to progress to the next level.
How can I show myself competent enough already?
My dear chap, I don't think you are quite competent yet. Come, show me what you can do with this candle. Light to the candle.
Wait, what?
He points to a candle on his desk. Light to the candle.
I'll use prestidigitation to light the candle.
Okay. Very well. Now, make the flame grow larger. Melt all of the candle. Destroy the candle.
I'll make it grow larger with my control flame,
Okay.
and I'll make the fire go kind of downwards to melt it.
Okay, as you're forming the flame to actually bend and fold over the top of the candle, and actually accelerating the melting of the candle, and you force the flame to melt the candle faster and faster. As the candle melts, he looks with interest. You have some gift. You do indeed have some gift. Maybe we could start you at the second level. Tell me. And he brings a red crystal out from a drawer in his desk and places it on the table. Place your hand upon this crystal. and give it a portion of your power, so that we might know you are serious.
I hesitate, but I place my hand on the.
Okay. What he's basically asking you to do is to donate a spell slot. That spell slot will be donated until such times as they consider you to be worthy, and then they will return the spell slot, and you will have to donate a higher one to move to the next level.
Yeah, I'll donate the spell slot, I guess.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I also
what
ask
level?
him if it doesn't work, can I? Well, if this doesn't work out, can I get it back?
Of course, we will but shatter the stone, and you will get your spells. Your power will be returned.
I donate the spell slot then of the first level.
What level? Okay, you donate a first level spell slot, and you can feel the power being pulled out of you. And you can hear a faint gasp of pain from Araman as he can feel a portion of his own power is being drawn into the crystal. Very well, Mr. Sorry, what was your name again?
Streep
Streep
Merrill.
Streep Merrill. So your name is Mr. Merrill, not
Yes,
Mr. Streep.
Mr. Merrill.
Well, Mr. Merrill, if you wish, we can begin your training the first thing tomorrow morning. 6 a.m. sharp, you will be required to present yourself here. We will begin to train you.
When? Wait, when do they begin to train me?
6 a.m.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
morning.
Okay.
6 a.m.
All right. Then 6
We have great works.
6 a.m. I'll be here.
Very well. And as he escorts you back to the main doors, do not be late, my friend. We have much work to do.
I will not. And I shake his hand.
And he doesn't shake your hand. You hold your hand out, and he just looks at you strangely, and no, I don't do that. And he just gestures at the door, and the whole double doors just swing open. You may leave. Tomorrow, your training begins.
I awkwardly take my hand back, and I'm like, well, thank you for everything.
Indeed, and thank you, Mr. Streep.
Mr. Merrill.
Of course, Mr. Merrill.
And I walk out.
Okay, you walk out. What is everybody else doing? As you're walking out, you can see everybody else is stood in the town square or city square, considering their next action, having abandoned the storeroom.
I walk up to Grush and ask how it went and what he's found out.
I haven't really found out any information yet, but I will be returning here tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Oh, okay. So I take it they just let you walk in?
Yes.
Because he's
I
an
am
arcane
a-
guy that
yes.
can craft.
I am applying to be an arcane. Well, to be a part of the guild.
I take it we're away from the building and there's not many people around.
I'm assuming you're having these kinds of discussions in the most out of the way location you can
I
find.
turn and go, so are we sure this is the place we're going to? We reckon it is still? Because we've still got to figure out a way in if so, and how to get to the plans and everything and rob it. So, Rush, do you feel like people there are the type of people who would be doing something like what we're looking for?
It doesn't seem like it. They seem to just be an harmless guild, if you ask me. But maybe a little bit too harmless.
What do you mean, a little bit too harmless?
Well, they were. He was very friendly and all, but when he asked me to donate a bit of my powers
And you
or
said no.
something. No, I donated it. Just a small piece. It's Armin's power, so it's not mine really.
Okay.
And I'll get it back, of course. But I'm guessing they will use that for some purpose. What it is, hopefully I'll find out.
I don't. What time of day are we looking at the moment?
You're looking, it's coming up for lunchtime.
Because I remember you saying there being more warehouses and everything.
There's the warehouses down on the docks.
Because I'm unsure about this place now. Like, if you get me. So I want to now go and have a look at anywhere else this airship could be being sorted out. Because like, something's
Say
up
this
here.
out loud.
Dock, there is.
No, I will be saying something along this out loud. I'm just trying to figure out everything first before I say.
Okay.
Because well, something
Alright.
suspicious is definitely going on here.
Mr. DM,
Yeah.
since I've had a bit more time in Lichelle now,
Yeah.
could I perhaps, where is it? Let's do
Claim citizenship.
Um, where the bloody hell is? Ah, there it is. Use this to find a place of ill repute.
Give me. Yes, interesting. Give me a investigation roll. Because that's the sort of putting together various clues that you'll have picked up. Yeah, you did notice when you passed an inn earlier that the inn did have a thief sign symbol on the exterior, but it had it on both sides of the tavern sign, the sort of swinging sign outside taverns. It had it on both sides. Normally, it'll only have it on one side, but this had it on both sides, indicating to you that probably this is probably a meeting place, a safe house, meeting place sort of thing.
All right, I will address the rest of the group and say, I believe I might have a lead on how to get some information, more information.
Speaking of information, and saying that, I say, is there a chance that you might have any theories of what caused the snow, Arrow Man?
Araman at the moment is very
He's not
quiet.
happy with you.
I say this to him. You want me to give away more of your power? Then talk.
What is it you wish to know?
The snow, what could have caused it?
All sorts of things. There was a winter lady could be reaching through to touch the world. A white dragon could be living in the city. A mage could have done something really bad with a spell. All kinds of things, really. These arcanists, they practice so many dangerous things.
And I say that, well, he's given me 3 possibilities. White dragon. No, was it white dragon?
Yeah.
White dragon.
Yes.
A winter lady. The winter lady could have bestowed this, and it could have been the wizards up in that tower. We're not sure.
Well, that kind of falls in line from what we said, what I was told by them guards about the dragon cult turned up, and then about a couple of weeks ago, and that's when the snow started. So either the dragon thing could link, or one of them is a mage that has done something to cause this.
Yeah. I say, if we do this carefully, we could, well, if we all, if we have several paths ahead, then I say we try to find it. I can go through trying to complete the stages in the guild for information.
Arrow here.
Yes.
Could you track down a dragon?
I might need to go and buy some items, but probably.
All we need to do is make sure which option isn't affecting the city. And so far, tracking down a dragon seems to be the easiest option of the 3.
Of course. Sounds reasonable.
To cause this much change, it'll probably have to be a very big dragon.
There's
Well,
A-
it doesn't. I don't. Well, no,
a-
never mind. My
a
character doesn't.
dragon the size of a blimp.
Wait, didn't we see a quest about killing a dragon?
A red dragon.
Ah, okay. I can remember a quest about a dragon, but I can't remember what it was.
Yes, some weeks ago there was a quest in Temple Ristal for killing a red dragon.
Speaking of quest,
Which, funnily enough, you were at second level, weren't anywhere interested in going
I
after
want
it.
to fight a dragon at 2nd level.
speaking of quests, poster 1 is very suspicious of the 3 of us, except over here.
Wait, let me have a look.
No, except Bellator.
Why not? Quest 1, did you say? Post 1.
Poster
poster
one.
one.
What?
I think it's a reference.
3 men who robbed the Gransbury coach and stole a cargo of gems. We've never robbed a coach,
Yes, we did.
have we?
We took a coach in the second episode, I think, when Bellator got to prison.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no. No, we didn't. I thought, no, we stuck
We
out.
don't. No, we took the coach and we took it to the docks and then left it there.
Yeah.
Aha, yeah, okay. Never mind then. I'm stupid again.
Yeah, you took the you took the boat back.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was fairly sure we hadn't took.
Yeah, that wasn't you, and there weren't any gems in the taxi.
No. I would have robbed them otherwise.
So, over here. What do you need to track the dragon? To track a dragon?
I think there's a spell for it.
Pair of pliers, some dragon blood, and a copper wire. Diver it.
MacGyver yourself a
Mhm.
dragon.
Or at least a way to find it.
In the meantime, I need to go visit an inn.
Okay, so what are people doing?
I'm gonna go down to the docks and look at the warehouses there. And see if there's anything
Okay,
unusual.
okay.
Like any extra presents that you wouldn't expect, or big floating airships, you know, the norm.
I'll head to the MMM.
You really like magic, Maurice?
Okay.
Well, he's the only shop in town. Well, the best shop in town.
That's the best map I've got
Okay.
for Lichelle. I haven't finished renaming it, so
That's
I do
fine.
apologise.
So the dock are what?
The docks are here.
Okay.
This is the Arcanus
Right.
Guild headquarters there. And here's the Royal Palace up here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the warehouses by the dock. Around that
Okay.
way.
I had a
Where-
feeling that should be like on the other, like instead of it being on the west, it should be on the east side. But like that's just nitpicking, and you just probably found this map somewhere.
Yeah, short of actually drawing my own map, it was the best I could
Oh,
find. For free,
That's
because I'm a tightwad.
there's so much content out there.
Well, I have bought stuff which you used for 10 minutes, and I thought, oh, and I did. But I bought the oh bugger, what was it? The horse and carts for the second adventure
Oh,
of the
yeah.
taxis. I bought the horse and carts pack, which was like I think it's $3.99, because I thought you'd have a great horse and cart taxi chase through the thing, and spells and arrows being thrown at the guy in front, and going around corners on two wheels, and you didn't. You just rugby
Oh,
tackled
that's
into the ground. So I
stupid.
thought, well, I'm just not going to spend money on this bunch. They're going to screw me.
I just want to say I
Um,
would like to go to the library whenever I get the opportunity.
Okay, so Grush is going to the library, Yandan is going to the docks, Bellator is going for a drink, and Elrahir is going to Morrissey's. Elrahir, what are you buying at Morrissey's?
One second. I'm gonna ask him if he has any ways of tracking down a dragon.
A dragon? Oh, well, that's absolutely fabulous. A dragon. Well, yeah, there are many various ways of tracking down dragons. Usually, we would suggest looking for signs that they're happening in the area. You know, sort of earthquakes or anything
mean
like
like
that.
a snowstorm?
I mean, well, it could be a snowstorm, but nobody's seen a white dragon in the city. Nobody's come across one, and we'd kind of notice one if one was here.
Are you sure?
Well,
you hope.
well, certainly nobody's found one.
Has anyone been looking?
Well, no, I suppose that's very true. No, I'm guessing no, nobody has.
So, could you help me with locating a dragon?
Well, you'd want somebody who could scry. You'd need somebody who would be powerful enough to use the scrying spells. Maybe one of those gentlemen over at the Arcanist Guild. They would be certainly the sort of people who would be able to do scrying. And if there was a white dragon in the city, well, I'm pretty sure they would find one.
What kind of power would you need to use this scry spell?
Power to use a scry spell? Well, you'd have to be pretty powerful.
It's 4th level, right?
As I look at... Just checking. I'm just looking that up. Sorry,
What is it
scrolling
called?
through.
Scry?
Scry.
Scry. SCRY.
Fifth level divination.
Fifth?
Yeah, fifth level different. Fifth, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to be a quite pokey wizard to use that one. Wizard for fifth.
Would I be able to use a 5th level spell if I got 5th
Yes.
level? Like, right, okay.
No. You'd need to be a ninth level wizard.
No, Bard,
Bard.
Cleric, Druid, Warlock, Wizard.
Yeah, well, I was just saying, a wizard at ninth level, you'd have to be ninth level before you can cast a fifth level
Yeah.
spell.
Okay, so I'll go get 4 more levels. Like,
You probably, yeah, I'm just trying to think how the math works for, is it double? It's 10 plus the spell's level. Yeah, it's 10 plus the spell's level, so
Yeah, DC 15.
you'd have a DC 15 if you wanted to cast it from a scroll. If you failed the DC 15 check, the spell just fizzles. And a 5th level spell scroll is going to set you back a lot of gold.
Yeah, I know.
try if you want, but it's on your back if we fail.
Well, it's going to be about 4,000 gold.
We can not try. Fine.
I think this is the first camp. No, wait. My last campaign, last time I played a ranger, I didn't have dragons either. But before that, I've always picked dragons because dragons are the coolest.
That's fair.
But nowadays, I'm like, I care about my character.
Who cares about the character? Like, ugh.
At 9th level, you could learn it, Yandel.
I could. Or I could learn
Yeah.
It's
some
on
of
your
the
spell.
spell.
It's on your spell.
Can't you? You can't ritual cast
Oh, yeah.
scrying, so
Yeah. Well, scrying, I believe, is a ritual.
casting
isn't
time
it?
10 minutes.
It is not a ritual.
Yeah. Oh, is it not a ritual? All right. But anyway, yes, at ninth level you could learn it,
Or
but you could cast it now at, but you'd have to make a DC 15. So it'd be D20 plus your spell attack chance, and you'd have to get a 15 above just to get the spell off.
7th level, you could locate creature. which is a 4th level spell, which is a lower DC.
From there, DC of 15. Sorry, DC 14.
Yeah, and I can cast
That's what I
that.
was thinking.
And and you'd have to describe or name the creature that is familiar to you.
Oh. Then no.
Hmm.
What creature do you have that is?
My favorite enemy?
Yeah,
Fae.
you can.
Mm,
The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, so long as you have seen the creature up close within 30 feet at least once.
Yeah,
Well,
I've
I
never
mean-
seen a dragon.
If you're Fae, then you would know if it was the Winter Queen.
So
Yes, yes, you would. And
I focus.
You know. You focus. Okay, you focus. Yeah, there are a couple of minor portals open in the Arcanist Guild, but as much as you can tell about them, you can't tell where they go, but you can tell they aren't particularly powerful. It's suggesting they don't go far, which probably means they don't cross planes.
So it's probably not that they caused in this then.
I don't
That's
know.
1 out of 3
That
possibilities
just
down.
means I can sense them all. And like Fae creatures within 5 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, there are no fey creatures within 5 miles. Hang on, just better check what's counts as a fey creature, because do familiars count as fey?
If they are, like if the casters class them as Fae, then yes.
Yes. I'm going to say no significant fey. You could probably pick up something that may be, like you may pick up a couple of fey dragon in the rough direction of the Arcanist Guild.
Which is a sorcerer's spell.
Yeah, they will have all kinds of casters in that place.
And back to Maurice. So we know it isn't the Winter's Queen because I just checked for that.
Oh, I thought you were having a stroke, boy. Oh, well, there we go. Well, that's marvellous. No fey queens. Excellent. That's good news.
Yeah, just a dragon now.
Just a dragon. Well, seriously, we would have noticed if a dragon and somebody walked in with a dragon. They do tend to be rather big.
Well, you do
And
have a
also
crazy cult
exceptionally
going
quick.
around.
Oh, they've been going around for weeks. Don't worry
How
about
long has
them.
it been snowing?
They're just mad. Oh, a couple of weeks. Yeah. Well, I suppose there is that. You do have a good point there, but... My God. We've got dragons.
You see now?
Yes, I do see. You may have a very valid point. It may be time, I think, to see if I can put the old gang back together and see if we can go and hunt a dragon down. Used to be quite the adventure in my day.
You're not that old.
No, indeed I'm not, but I took an arrow to the shoulder.
If you said me, I would have kicked you in it.
Hey, at least it wasn't
That's
me.
why I said shoulder. Exactly. Little man. It was not the knee that... Little man who is not here. Go away, stop talking to me.
What kind of band did you have? God, I hope they're better than mine.
We were... They were an excellent band. There was Telros. He was a Dragonborn paladin. He was a fantastic guy. Absolute psychopath in battle. There was Bork, who's the half-orc barbarian. Would never go into battle without shouting, it's good to be Borky, it's good to be Orky.
Thought you were gonna say Porky.
I know that quote though. That's the best bit.
We had Salandra. She was the wizard. We had Jaina because she can't think of a fucking good name for a character, so she called it after herself. She was the cleric, and we had Malefice, who was the rogue,
Oh, nice.
Wow.
and of course myself.
Jaina.
Very well. I shall investigate into this.
I don't want to fight a dragon.
I kind of do.
I do and I don't. I do.
I kind of do.
But I don't want to die.
Well, no, but I still won't fight.
It depends what kind of dragon it is.
White dragon.
If I die to a dragon, fair game.
Well, if it's an adult dragon, then we're fucked beyond all belief.
Would I put you up against an adult
Yes, you would.
white dragon? Yeah. Right.
Considering
I believe that of every DM.
Yeah, you're the one most likely I've met that would put us up against a white dragon.
I just want to know if he's immune to suggestion.
God, yes.
This guy's probably like a level fucking 50.
Technically, no, it's not, but it could be if it wanted to be.
Yeah, it could just choose to be.
Basically, you told him that now, so it's going to be immune to suggestion.
Well, the dragons dragons and big creatures like that have in D&D 5e have things called legendary resistances. Generally, get 3 a day. So if you fail a saving throw, you can just decide, nah, I'm going to pass that saving throw.
That sounds fair and balanced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't seem like a party killer whatsoever.
No, it wouldn't kill the party whatsoever. So whilst Elroy here is doing that, and having his 5 minutes of searching for
One.
Fae. 1 minute, sorry, searching for Fae. God.
Get your
Uh,
facts right.
Yeah, don't waste that time. We're on an urgent mission here.
What was I going to say? Bellator. You enter now. You see the tavern. It is a innocuous looking place. Looks quite reasonable. Looks quite nice.
He is too afraid to go into the tavern.
I think he is. Okay, we'll come back to him. Gandon, you have made your way to the docks.
I'm going to look for the warehouses. And I want to see if any of them are guarded, like, more than others.
There's nothing. There are a couple of guards patrolling the docks, but not a lot of guards down here. As you're wandering along, give me a perception troll. Perception troll. Perception
troll
roll.
him for perception.
No, don't.
Okay, oh my god!
See? It's a troll for perception.
What is up with me today?
You cannot roll
No.
a decent.
You have Elrohir's curse.
Can I just... this is an actual roll. I just want to see what happens when I roll this. Just to... Like, no, even my performance is, like, really bad. Like...
Your dice, your virtual
it-
dice
Roll low.
are cursed. Are cursed
Try
dice.
refreshing.
Yeah, that'll
Try
work.
it. Like, I don't think I've rolled, like, anything higher than like 15 today, or 12 maybe.
I was having the same trouble
Uh,
yesterday.
Yeah, I think 12's my highest.
but at least you did get a
No, I
19
got
for
a 22
initiative.
perception at one point.
I feel like you're holding
Oh,
that
that's true.
against
You
me.
did. For the rest of the evening being completely and utterly pants for you,
Okay.
yes.
No, my perceptions have been my perception and my constitution saves were good. Everything else has been trash.
Yeah. So anytime you would have taken damage, really, or been looking for things, you've been pretty lucky apart from now. Well, there you go.
At least one thing's going for me. I've not died.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see a rock just falling out of the sky.
I
Hits
somehow
you.
pulled Grush in front of me.
No, Grushka isn't even near you.
Yeah, I'll literally channel.
There you go. See, I can roll your dice for you, and they're brilliant.
Oh, fuck off.
Do you want someone else to roll your dice for you?
From now on, I'm tempted, like. I'm not.
Oh, never mind.
Well,
no,
not
Grush.
Grush. Don't let Grush do it.
Can we now have a little. Can we now have a little kid beat up Grush for on that one?
Well,
Rolls up,
unfortunately,
runs up and just kicks him.
yes.
Yeah.
You can't seem to find any warehouses that look any more guarded than others, or any busier than any of the others. Nobody, again, it's just one of those situations, nobody's really hanging around because of the snow.
I can't even remember which one.
Bellator,
I
are you
am,
back
I
with
am.
us? You are. Excellent. You see the inn across the way. How are you going to
I'm
approach this?
legit just going to walk in,
Okay.
buy 2 ales, sit down at a table and place 1 ale next to me.
Okay.
And by next to me, I mean in front of the seat next to me.
Ah, right, gotcha. Okay, as you're sat there, a man comes and sits down opposite you. Ah. You don't look like you're from around here. Tell me, are you perchance an adventurer? One of those brave types that does the jobs that others cannot do? I've been trying to hire somebody in here, but they really don't seem to be really reputable sorts.
Well, I am particularly brave. But let's
Really?
hear what you have for an adventurer to do.
Well, bugger. Well, I have a small proposition. I have a small problem. I'm a merchant, a spice merchant of, well, modest means, but I have a competitor. Now, as you understand, I do like to keep myself above the law. What I'm really looking for, there's a spice deal that I'm trying to make with the elves, you see. They have a particular spice that I want to buy lots of, and if I can get it to the city before my competitor, well, I could make quite a bit of money and get married. Oh, woman, she is just perfect, and I really want to marry her, but I need some money. So, I need to get the spice deal. Now, if I arrange, and I hate to even suggest doing this, if I arrange for my competitor to be kidnapped, would you be willing to hold him? I can provide you with a safe house, completely safe, no guards will come anywhere near it, and hold him there for 7 days. Just feed him the drugged wine, and at the end of 7 days, Just leave him on the street somewhere, somebody will find him. But there must be no bloodshed. I will not tolerate bloodshed. But if you will do this for me, I could prove to be a very valuable ally and friend, and for, say, 1,000 gold? Would you be interested?
Bellator leans back and he thinks. Sorry, no, not quite the task I was looking for.
No one in this place seems to be reasonable. Where could I hire more of your ilk, do you think?
Well, a more reputable inn, for one matter.
I tried the Golden Crane, there's nobody there. It's all bloody merchants. And really, I'm hardly going to hire them to do this
Yeah,
very
if
for
only I
me.
was there.
Had you met any of my other companions, you might have had better luck. But you happen to meet the one of us who has a decidedly moral bent.
I respect your morals, I do agree that the task is distasteful. That's why I do not wish to carry it out myself, but I understand. And I respect you for that, sir.
Perhaps, rather than drugging your opponent, you ought to sink to more reputable levels and perhaps hire a scoundrel to waylay his shipment.
But if the shipment... If he has already bought all the spice, I cannot then waylay his shipment and suddenly magically appear in the city with all the spice. People would ask questions. Far too many questions that I could not afford to answer. Whereas if he merely got drunk for a few days, well, of course, that would be just harmless fun on his part. He would have no memory of what happened, and I could go about my business.
Well, if you had a more enticing reward, perhaps I might have considered it longer.
What would you consider enticing?
I'm looking for information.
Ah, now there, I may be able to help you. As a merchant, I talk to many, many people. What is it you want to know?
The construction of something that would be protected.
The construction of something protected.
Yes, some sort of great machine.
A great machine. Well, that sounds like the Arcanists. One of those madmen are doing. I have no idea. I could see if I could find out for you. But in exchange, I would require you to perform the task I need, and unfortunately I need the task performing almost immediately. But a man's word is his bond. You agree to help me, I will agree to have some of my people investigate and find out what they can. I know a couple of people, and particularly cleaners.
Does it?
You may realize that Arcanists don't like to dust their own corridors.
Does it have to be 7 days?
7 days gives me enough time to get to the elf city and to return with the spices. 7 days gives me all the time I need. If I can make it in a quicker time, then that would be fine.
Very well. have you any suggestions of how I might procure a liquid of such quality?
I can provide. Oops, a daisy. I can provide such a liquid. The guy you're talking to is. I put him in your journal.
I will need a name and description of the man I am to befuddle.
The name and description. Well, my dear friend, the less you actually know, the less I can be blackmailed with afterwards. And worse, the less the Watch can extract from you with their methods of torture.
The Watch's methods of torture are, well, underwhelming.
His name is Horace.
Horace, very well.
I can have him delivered to a safe house. And I can give you an address.
And how many times do I need to
He
dose
holds out a
him?
hat. You need to dose him every 12 hours. Just a goblet of wine every 12 hours for 7 days. That is all that is required. And obviously to make sure that he doesn't choke or die or anything mysterious like that. If he dies, I will go to the Watch.
Very well.
Oh, I'm such a dumbass.
Why? What have you done?
I deleted
Oh.
something I wanted. Well, cock.
You done fucked it up.
If you have him,
I done fucked up,
if
boy.
you have him delivered to the safe house, I will watch over him for the next 7 days.
Very well, thank you. I will agree to find the information that you need. He gives you a slip of paper with an address on it. It is in the western side of the northwest side of the city. Sorry, northeastern side of the city, near the walls. It is the basement. If you take him down into the basement, nobody will see any lights. Nobody will disturb you down there. City guard don't even go in the house. It is my grandfather's house. It is technically mine. I just don't manage to live there.
Very well.
I will have him delivered there this evening.
I will be there waiting.
Thank you. Very kind. I will have the information brought to you as soon as I have it. He stands and holds out his hand.
I
A deal.
shake his hand.
I feel betrayed.
And he turns and smiles and walks out, rubbing his hands together.
I feel betrayed that Bellator did something evil without me being there.
So do I. No, well, not betrayed, but I feel, you're kind of betrayed.
No, I'm definitely betrayed. I'm the one that's meant to be around when evil stuff happens, bad stuff happens. Like,
I feel betrayed because he's supposed to be the good one of us. Not that I'm bad or anything.
People will do terrible things for the greater good.
I don't class what Lyndon does as good, or wants us to do as good half the time.
I'm not talking about what Lyndon's doing.
Because my theory is
So,
that what Lyndon does is to benefit his city, but it could not be good in the long run.
And what I do is to benefit the Legion.
Yes.
indeed.
And what I do is to benefit me.
So, That is Bellator and Elrahir and Yadan Zagrushk.
The library.
We get to you, the library. What are you looking for?
I just love how everyone here is like doing productive work, and then there's me. How to find water element, where to find water elementals. That's what I'm gonna be searching, basically. Looking for.
What?
About where I can find, water elementals. Which location they could be. Where they're like, where they're most commonly seen at, or something like that.
Give me a investigation roll for your delving through of the books and the knowledge, and they're not really finding very much at all. Okay, you dig through the books. The best you can come up with, the best you can find is you're going to find them in the sea.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, perfect. Maybe ask Selena, dunk your head in and shout for her.
That's horrible. I guess. While I'm there, I can read about the Winter Lady as well.
Ooh, it's going to be kind of obscure. Give me another investigation roll. It's going to be much harder.
Oh,
You find no references whatsoever to the Winter Lady anywhere.
all right. Then that's. I guess that's all.
In fact, what you find is a large section of books that have been removed, and a note that just says, "This is all bullshit and wrong." Signed, Elrahir.
Now that's something I can see.
I don't know if Aura here would go into a library, but I think
Yes.
that is something that he would definitely write in a book.
Yeah.
I've gone into libraries.
Yeah, he went in to look for stuff on wood carving and everything and cutting, whatever.
That's fair. Oh, that's true.
Now, if it's me,
Yes.
I'd just take all the books and just leave a note saying "fuck you, Greg."
Wait, can I do another search then? Or another thing?
Okay, but this is going to take another hour. You've already spent 2 hours looking through books and trying to get information, but you can spend another hour if you wish.
Another one.
Okay, I'll spend another one for the looking into the guilds of the arcane wizards.
The Arcanists. Oh, yeah, go on then.
Please roll a good one. What was the investigation?
Yeah. Okay, the Guild of Arcanists, Arcanists and Artificers has been in existence for a little more than 1,000 years. All kinds of wizards and arcanists, also wizards and spellcasters work there, and they work to create magical items. They create many of the magical items that are found within the kingdoms, and jealously guard their secrets. Was there anything in particular? But they're a jolly good bunch of chaps. Was there anything in particular you wanted to find out?
No.
Like whether they were jolly or not.
I just wanted to know
Yeah,
generally.
generally they're respected. They're decent and respected, if a little feared sometimes, because sometimes there are flashes and bangs when someone just doesn't get quite enough magical power into the right place at the right time, and something goes wrong.
Alright.
But they're not the sorts that let demons loose upon the city. They're not that bad.
Not the type to. All right. I think that's enough information for me.
Okay.
What I'll do now is I'll go back to the inn.
Okay, so you're coming up on time for an evening meal at the inn. This is the Golden
Yeah.
Crane you're going back to. Okay, is everybody going back to the
I would
Golden
have
Crane?
headed back there.
Yep, yep, no problem. Okay, everybody heads back to the Golden Crane, and you can all meet up there and share your
I
information.
found nothing. Again.
Well,
I
the
found
Winter's Lady
nothing.
isn't here. That's for sure. Dragon, possibly. Um, Maurice is looking into it.
Maurice. Like the old magical dude. Well, maybe not so old, but the magical dude. I didn't think he'd be
He
interested in
used
that.
to be an adventurer. Ooh.
Shut up, you leave Morris alone. He was
Was.
cool.
Till he took an arrow.
Shoulder of all places.
Yeah.
The troll sat on
He
him.
said he took an arrow, that's why he stopped, not because the troll sat on him.
No, he used Morris is actually based on my old bard character, and the troll sat on him. It was such a
That's the
horrible
way I
way to
want
die.
to
A troll sitting on
Now,
you.
troll butt.
And then
He was found with a troll buttock imprints on the side of his head. It was just horrible.
that sounds great.
And it was terrible. Anyway, does anybody else want to share any more of their information?
Well, I
with each
have-
other?
Did not find any useful information.
I will say that I have found an unsavory job for the next 7 days. That might
Ooh.
yield some information.
Ooh, unsavory job. Do we get to kill someone?
No.
I'm less interested. Do we get to? Do we get money?
No, we get information.
What do we have to do? Do we get to beat someone up, rough them up?
Oh, he was going to give you money and
Oh.
information. He didn't realise you wanted just
I mean-
information. Damn, he would have taken that deal a lot quicker.
I mean, if he's willing to give me information.
No, no, no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no. You,
No, you can't take it back, Mr.
you-
DM.
No, you said just
You
information.
can't take it back,
That's
Mr.
fine.
DM. You've already said it. The NPC doesn't know that we only meant information.
But the NPCs know what I know.
Yeah.
No.
He's not here. He didn't hear that, so
Don't game
Man.
break now, DM.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will
As
start
if-
casting
as if.
vicious mockeries every direction. I will bring war to this city.
Yeah, I'll cast suggestion on that bastard.
Anyway. I've got to babysit a man for the next 7 days.
Oh, how cute.
What's unsavory about that?
He'll be unconscious for most of it.
That sounds more fun. Can we draw on his face?
I'd prefer you didn't.
But that's not a no.
And Sharpies haven't
But
been invented.
Cole probably has.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, it has.
In fact,
I
we
feel-
just came past a very big supply of coal.
Yep. Or at least a certain large
I
amount of
feel
coal
like
does.
Andon's the type of person who would have done this before. Like,
Probably.
he's like a frat boy.
Well, I think imagine it'll be fine as long as you don't want to be Supreme Court Justice. Anyway,
Yeah, I just saw he got
so,
approved. Fuck me.
Yeah, what?
Jesus. Anyway, never mind. We'll talk about it afterwards. Elrahed, do you want to share anything? Oh no, you did share your information. So, what does everybody want to do after their
I
evening
want to
meal?
call in early night.
Yeah, bed.
Okay.
I'm
Bath and then bed.
going to the basement.
Okay. Oh, you're going to the... Sorry, yes, sorry, to the basement. Yes, yes, yes. You're going to the basement.
Well, have fun with your job. I'm
and-
gonna try to find something to do for the next 7 days.
I'm just gonna go annoy the hell out
I'd
of...
actually suggest you try to track down that dragon swarm that was on the poster.
The what now? You mean the wanted dragon from the Reach place that
No,
not up anymore?
Where's that poster? Poster number 5. Lionel Clamp.
Oh. Sure.
There are, I didn't include them, but there are also contact details on each of the posters. I was typing quickly and forgot to put all the contact details in.
Witch dogs?
Also, what a cheap
Yes,
wife
Which
only offers
dogs?
30 gold to find her husband. She doesn't
She's probably
care.
a poor wife.
That's... Yes, and that's about a couple, maybe a couple of weeks' food.
D&D is a copper economy.
Yeah. A modest living is a gold a day. I think, or is it 5 silver?
5 silver.
It's 5 silver. It's 5 silver a day for a modest
So,
living.
I have... So, how many silver
So-
and a gold?
10.
10.
I have enough to live... Like, I could just live a modest life for the next 1,000 days and not have to do anything with my gold. I have... Nice.
Yep, for next 3 years.
Nice.
So, Bellator, you arrive at the basement of the house as dusk is settling in, and you see the man who introduced himself as Ernest, and he has 2 men with him, and they look reasonably well dressed, clean-shaven, well-dressed men in what looks like sort of a livery uniform, although it's starting to get a little difficult to make out with the dusk falling. He says, "Quick, into the basement," and he takes you down some side steps, unlocks the door, and leads you into a dark basement. In there's a table, a chair, and a single bed, and there's a crude lavatory set up in the corner, basically a hole in the floor. They dump the man onto the bed. He's got a sack over his head. I suggest that you don't take the sack all the way off. Just enough to pour the wine down his throat. Keep him drugged like this just for 7 days. Soon, less if we're back soon. If things go well, and I'll get my people in the guild, in the Arcanist place, to find out whatever information you need. What actually is it you want to know? They're just building something
I want to know...
big.
I want... What I want. A blueprint. If you can get my hands on the blueprints they're using to build whatever they're building.
Oh, I don't know about actually stealing stuff. Information's one thing, but actual criminal activity,
You don't have
that's
to
something
steal
else.
to get blueprints.
That-
You just have to have a good eye. And a steady hand.
Well, I don't know. I'll the best I can promise, right? The best I can promise is that I'll find out if there are blueprints and where they are. If they can steal them, well, that's a bonus for you. But what I'll do is I will promise that I will do my best to find out if they've got blueprints of some big machine.
Very well. It should fly.
I'll see.
The machine. It should fly.
What do you mean fly? What, like a bird?
Yes. Particularly like a bumblebee.
You're having a laugh, aren't
No,
you?
I'm not.
Well, how's a machine gonna fly? I mean, it's not like it's got like wings or anything.
Magic is an incredible
Or
thing.
is a machine? Oh, magic! Yeah, magic machines. Oh, I ain't seen nothing there. That's just. I'll just put ordinary businessmen like me out of business if they can just fly everywhere and do all the trading that way. That's just going to put me out of business. I can't afford one of
All
them.
the better
Oh, that's no,
for you
no,
to
you
give me that
you've got to
information.
stop this. You're on, Mister. You're on.
And if you
Yeah.
can get ahead of the game,
Yeah, that's an idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. All right. I'll do my best.
alright,
No problem, Jack. Yeah, done.
that's me.
And with that, he leaves. And with that, he leaves.
I'm just going to, form a routine. Check over the guy every day.
Okay. He's insensible. His hands are tied behind his back, but he is heavily drugged and very dopey.
I put him in a nightgown, and once a day I sit him up on a chair. Specifically
Okay.
over the hole.
Privy.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Okay. Maybe getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but okay. Give me a perception check.
What do you need to pick up the missus?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, we can call it here, and next week we can pick it up and carry on from where we are.
Or 7 days in the future.
Yeah.